For which one?
Which one?
The desert one.
The desert one?
Yeah.
The new ones?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, is it a tree folk?
Hold on.
God damn it.
Isaiah.
Those are all the cards
Rejects.
Brian.
The cuts?
The ones Brian took out from the deck.
We're already live on YouTube.
Oh, shoot.
hey,
Hey,
all right.
hey.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Should have said
guys ready?
something.
Oh, yeah. Hope so.
Always. 3,
Hello.
2. Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Sacred Society podcast with myself here, X.
Dadpool.
And no Butcher Brand today. Butch is off. He has a full week of tattooing coming on up, but we do have a plethora of people here in the studio.
Yes.
We're currently live on youtube.com/Sacred Day Studios. Here's camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, camera 4, and camera 5. There's everybody there. So let's start from
camera 5 best.
let's start from
Because I wasn't in
the teammates you haven't returned since the Valentine's Day pod.
Yeah, that's true.
It's BD
It's
Collectibles.
Beanie Baby Daddy. Oh, wait, no, it was the...
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah. Okay, BD, welcome back, sir.
Back, sir.
Hashtag BD
Good to be
Collectibles.
back. Still a winner.
Yes.
Still a winner. Then we have over here. What's your name?
Bri. Or you can call me
Brian.
Brian.
Also known as Scooby Snacks to me.
Like Zoinks, man.
The first time I ever met him, him and the gentleman next to him were looking up cards, and I was at the front counter. These are the Magic Boys. That Sam and Isaiah will bring them back in, but they're back, and these are the original Magic Boys who had come in. And one day, I guess Bri was trying to get a card, and Rodrigo goes, "You knew that I wanted that. Why wouldn't you tell me that you wanted it?" No. And I'm just in the distance. All I hear is breathe, and it threw me the fuck off.
It was Nick, and it was his dragon.
There you
it
go.
was his dragon. He's like, "Give me that." I'm like, "Whoa, hold on, now. I need this for my dragon."
Yeah, so they were like fucking each other, and I heard that out of nowhere. That's what it was, Rodrigo, because Rodrigo has this very like. He's like a private eye detective where he just looks up and it's just his eyes and they wander and they go back to what they're doing. I had not really known who the boys were, and it was one of the funniest things I'd ever heard. So much so that I started trying to learn it on the way home so I could tell my wife the story just right. And then from there we have who's right next to you?
Hello there. My name is Rodrigo. I go by Prometheus here at the shop.
Hey. All right, and then next to you?
Hello.
Introduce yourself.
Oh, yeah.
People call me Sam, but my friends call me Bao Wenjue. It's a Chinese name.
What's that mean?
That's my Chinese name. It means bag full of language, philosophy.
All right.
I'm really stupid though, so it doesn't really work out that
I was gonna say we got a scholar here, but I guess not. Damn.
well. Widowy.
Widowy. I guess I'm next.
Yes.
Isaiah. Everyone
Sadly.
calls me Beefy.
Beefy.
Because I'm just a beefy guy,
All right.
and my gamer tag is OBeefy. But yeah,
Nice. Well, welcome back, boys. How you doing?
not too bad.
So there is no Butcher today, but we are gonna go over some stuff. So the last pod was about Magic the Gathering.
Yes.
And so much so was it a hit that we got some hate mail because apparently using the term white mana is not a good thing. But we had the other Magic Boys who listen quite frequently, and they wanted to chime in on some stuff as well. We also, just for the sake of it, we found this box of Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth set boosters.
Yes.
Unopened that were just, here, just in case.
Just in
case.
And anybody
I found it.
looking for something specifically?
The One Ring, that's over $2 million to Post Malone.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That's right.
You can
I'll
post
sell it to you for a 20-piece McNugget. Let's go.
I'll sell it to you for $20 and a good time. Shit.
BD, did you ever play?
Magic?
Yeah,
Does it
anything
look like I play Magic, bro?
I mean,
Now I'm not gonna say yes, but
I cash treadmill.
No. No, I do not play Magic. But I do like to watch them play Magic because it is hilarious.
Yeah, it's like the best form of nerd shit talking.
It's like watching Yu-Gi-Oh as a kid, but in real life.
Yeah.
But I summoned this.
So there is this TikTok I found. I was supposed to show it to you before the pod, but it's like when you when a Yu-Gi-Oh player plays their first match. And it's like, okay, and I take this, but I put it face down, but then I do this and I do this. And the guy goes, yeah, I'm going to tap for 2 white mana. You fool, you fell for my trap card. And the fucked up part is like, I understand none of it. I understand the mana part. Like, I understand the magic part now, but I don't understand the Yu-Gi-Oh part. But it's funny because of how serious they take it. And it's the same thing because, like, you guys have... So who's everybody in your group? It's you two. Mm-hmm. Then there's Yuji.
Eric. Richard. MJ?
MJ and Jesus, but they're rarely... They like to show up when they want.
Yeah. And out of all those, how many of them are Yu-Gi-Oh players?
Just 2 of them. MJ and Jesus. They've been trying to get me into it, and I won. I've yet to lose a single game, actually, in Yu-Gi-Oh, but...
He's straight calling them bitches.
Straight up. It's crazy what $20 will do.
Easy.
MJ literally went through this box of Yu-Gi-Oh cards like this size, thousands of cards, and he just built up a random deck. I'm like, this is how you play. I'm like, this is just a mono black deck. Like, this is just like magic terms, and it's like all creatures have haste, except every creature deals like a billion damage. I'm like, okay, that's kind of a bit. Kind of getting used to
a little over the top.
A little bit over the top, yeah.
We've already talked about it. You didn't play anything like this.
No, not really.
All right. So what got you guys into Magic?
Okay, so the very first time I even heard about Magic was that from that Vice YouTube channel. Vice, yeah. They made a Magic documentary. Then in high school, this guy named Leo, he just showed me a bunch of Magic. He's like, you want to get into it? I'm like, maybe. I go to Target, buy this random box of just random Magic cards. I didn't even know what it was exactly. And it's like, oh wow, you got a $15 Steam van. I'm like, what the hell is a Steam van? Like, I don't know what it is. He barely taught me anything. And then
he's so fucking useless.
Dick move.
Which card makes me talk to chicks?
Tricks on you, there isn't one.
I play approach a woman. I counter that.
It's very ineffective.
I just sold all those cards. I just stored it in my drawer, not thinking about it. And then years later, MJ's like, "Do you want to come to a Green Potion?" I'm like, "Sure, why not?" And then after a while, it's like, "You want to learn how to play Magic?" I'm like, "Screw it, why not?" And I made a mono white deck. I'm like, this is absolute shit. Actually, I can't.
I'm telling you guys. Last week I told you, white is the worst color standalone.
Why are you looking at Pull Deck for
brother.
that? Hey, why are you looking at my full pull down over here for that full?
Oh, I'm so sorry,
We've
dog.
already talked about this off mic, that you are the most Mexican motherfucker here. Have any of you ever lived in Mexico? Like, I actually lived in Mexico.
No.
Hell yeah, cabrón.
For like a year when I was like 1 or 2.
Okay.
Doesn't
Do you
count.
speak Spanish?
A bit, yeah, not
That's
too
a no.
bad.
Do you speak perfect Spanish?
Hey.
Yeah.
Claro.
Yeah. Fucking, you are the most Mexican one here. You're like you're the definition of an anti-no sabo kid. Is there anything you guys will not fucking just what do they call it? Colonize?
If there's something we won't colonize, I haven't found it yet.
You just coming into Dachiki next week.
He's sitting there. It's my podcast now.
Man takes everything.
So why do you guys? So now, and I'm asking this to you four specifically, because like it's so weird, right? We'll talk. We have a toy collector, we have a comic collector, and we have card guys. Like we're all collectors at our heart, but truthfully, when we start thinking about it, what is expensive? Like on an average in the card world, what is expensive in like on an average? When we're looking at like when we go for digs and someone goes $20, we kind of know where like the evenness is. And what is an expensive thing for a toy?
Obviously, if it's like a retro toy that they have it still in the package and they're charging like the most obscure price, but the package itself is not worth that. It's like, nah, dude, they're trying to charge for like a 9.5 and it's really like a 4, you know, but they're trying to get their max. Oh, because it's old and I have one, so nah, I'll pass.
But so to go with that though, so do you? I've seen a lot of people who go and do like garage sales and all that kind of stuff. They'll use like eBay to see what they go for and kind of rate it off that. Do you use something like that when you're buying stuff, or how do you do it?
There's a bunch of different apps. I mean, I'll go everywhere between Macari, Poshmark, eBay, and all those, because a lot of the time I'll use Google Lens, especially if it doesn't have packaging. I'm not sure what it is. Google Lens will find it, and it'll show you everything about it, and you'll see all the different price variances in there, so you can kind of gauge it. And like the main thing is, I was just thinking about this the other day. Is like there's not really a whole lot of real true retro collectors out there. There's like a small pocket of it. So if I'm gonna do something like that, I want to try to provide my customers or like the people that I'm gonna sell to a price that is reasonable. I'm not trying to take advantage of it, you know, because in the end it's just a piece of plastic and everybody wants to have one on the toy shelf. So if I could get someone's childhood memory like back in their hands, then that's what I'll do. So those are some of the tools that I use to find it.
That's one of the few times you could interject that statement with a dildo seller.
Just a
Absolutely.
piece of plastic on your shelf.
Yeah.
So what would be an expensive average? Like where you go from a hobby to a collector, where is that number for you as a toy guy?
So it when it's a hobby, it's like when you're a toy hunter and you're going after the latest and the greatest stuff, because you know that anywhere you go, it's going to be an average price point. So the places that you want to go for like figures that you passed on because of the time it was like way too much, you start looking at places like Ross, Marshall's, Backstage inside of Macy's and places like that, because they'll have those figures marked down at a super cheap price. Kind of like what if you guys were, I don't know if you guys were around when KB Toys were still there. But
Hold on real quick. How old are you really quick?
I'm 24.
Yeah, so no.
26.
He answers it.
24.
24.
So, this is something I'll share without like going too much in depth into it, but we have an art show tattoo flash day that we're going to be doing in July, that we have some pretty cool artists that are going to be doing it. But we have our buddy from I Am the Avalanche and the Movie Life playing coming back, Vinny from New York, and we do have a very famous person that might be coming out to tattoo with us.
Okay.
From a very famous pop punk band.
Okay.
Very top notch.
Okay.
I mentioned this to these boys, and they were like, "Who?" We're all God fucking damn it! Yeah, I'm all my tits match my age.
I told you, Mom, it wasn't a
So what was
So
that
anyway,
number?
so for when you're just doing it as a hobby and you're toy hunting, your price point usually stays under like a $50 to maybe $100 budget when you're going out. But when you're doing collecting in like the retro fields, for example, that Robotech jet right there that you see, that one back in the day was probably like a $49 or maybe even a $39 toy. That cost me about $350. Because you can't find it. It didn't have the box. If I had one with the box, it would have been another 100, 150 on top of that.
Oh my gosh.
But to find that in the condition that it is, that it's not broken, has all the missiles, I still have the gun for it, and it even came with the figure, you know, it's like it was worth paying for it at that point.
So I have a question. So when it comes to like a lot of this stuff you'll find at garage sales, a lot of people don't really know the value. Do you tell them that and lowball, or try and lowball them, see what you can get in the best price kind of deal? Like I'm trying to get some nitty gritty.
I mean, sometimes if it's something that like obviously, because I have a conscience on that, because I wouldn't want somebody to do something like that to me.
Being so hard.
I know. So I probably for the most part I do, because like I get customers that come in at Intergalactic all the time that, you know, like, hey, would you like to buy back some toys? And I give them the information. I tell them the same places to look to try to find like price points and things like that.
How do they sound, Christopher?
Hey there, with shaking the Turkish. How much would you give me to install credit for this? Maybe double.
Double.
Would we? How much would you take?
Yeah. That's actually better. Mine's more racist.
And so
Yours just sounds like Brian.
I'm gonna come.
So number wise,
Right.
What is a number that defines collector to that? You said 350.
yeah, once you go in over like $150, $200, but again, like in the collector realm, you have like figure sets that come out. So like when was it Mezco just put out the Ninja Turtle 4-pack. That thing is going for like $500, dude. But you're getting all 4 turtles. You're getting all the different hands, all the different faces, and all these other like. So I could see why it would be so goddamn much. But at the same time, who's really putting that money down for that? You know, I mean, especially these times, like it's rough. But again, when it comes to customers that come into the shop and they ask, you know, how much would you give me for this? If I know they have something that's worth value, I'll tell them. I'm like, look, if you're just trying to get rid of it, then you're gonna get what you're asking for, or not. You're not gonna get what you're asking for it. But if the property that you have, if there's like movies, TV, or something that's showing off, and like it's a hot piece, then somebody's gonna want to buy it, and at that point, you can make the maximum amount of money off of it that you can get. But I'd say like, for me, $350 is like the cap out. Going anything above that, because that's when you start playing with hot toys and things like that.
Yeah.
What would be for comics? Like in my point of view, what is considered like the difference between a hobbyist and somebody who's collecting?
It's all about looking at their boxes, man.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I have a show. You know, you have your guys that come in and go through the dollar bins and just buy random stuff. They just buy a stack of dollar bins just to buy dollar bins.
Yeah.
But then you like, I got a buddy in New York that sells comics on Instagram. JD Collector's Case. He'll go through a short box at the end of his show, and his short boxes, no comic is below like $350. So it's like, this one's $350. I'll do $250 on this one, and he's just flipping, and it's like $350, $250, $450, $350.
That's great. And that's
so
on a
when your
single
collections
comic?
start,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like
and that when your collections start looking like that, it starts to be, you notice it.
what is the highest you've ever spent on a book? Come on.
Damn.
You ain't married. Who the fuck you afraid of?
No, it's because it was when I bought that Submariner #1 from Pep at the at the show.
So, for anyone that doesn't know, at the con, this is one of the Comic Cons we had. I usually try to not tattoo as much as I can because I want to be a good host, go around and everything. So shout out to Pep Bootleg Comics, our brother who held it down on the last 1v1.
Yes.
I went over to fucking the booth. Oh, did you make money? Oh, dude, I'm doing good, man. Hey, is there anything I can get you coffee or anything? Thank you, man. No worries. Cool. I go over to him and go, how's sales? Man, I just spent $700. And I was like, oh, shit, really? But he's a big Submariner collector. I was like, that's cool, man. And then right next to him is Pep. And I go, Pep, how you doing? He goes, I just made $700. Is that the most you spent on a book?
Yeah, that's for my personal collection. Yeah, that's the.
I think the most I've spent on a book is $2,700. But that's what I'm saying is like, but that $2,700 from a buyer's point of view, especially when it comes to.
That's still Little League stuff.
That's Little League, dude.
Yeah,
Compared to like fucking the San Diego cats and the Dubai cats, fucking 1.9 million per book.
Yeah.
And here's-
What?
yeah.
Jesus
But that's like
Christ.
that's the real
Superman
return.
#1 just resold for 2.6 or 2.8.
2.8.
Damn.
Yeah, and that's where it's again why it's such an interesting concept getting into cards because it's like a meth head finding dopamine, and you're like, wait a minute, this is way cheaper and legal. Why the fuck am I not doing this? Because like you guys, I would hear you come in, and immediately it would be this thing of like, oh, dude, that's a $4 card. That's a $12 card. And I go, okay. It's a $12 card. And I go, I fucking heard you the first time. Like, why is that a big deal? Because like the cheapest variant books, Momoko's, Scotty Young's, you're looking at starting at $12 to fucking $22, which is super cheap.
Oh, yeah.
Like for some of these ratio covers are going for like $150.
Yeah.
You know, like if you find a CGC going less than $250, you're like, that's not bad. I can feel that. How many New Mutants 98s have we had in the shop?
Oh my God,
First
dude.
Deadpools, and I think we've had probably close to 30 First Deadpools, and we've bought them for like 2 to 4 a piece, and we've sold them $400 to $1,200
Yeah.
a piece.
Wow.
You know, but again, so when you get to the card world, each one of you, what is a very high card aside from the Post Malones, aside from the fucking the Supermans and the fucking Transformers,
Or
like
the Godzillas.
what is an average high price for a
I saw
card to
that.
you
Your
guys?
That was a cool card, though.
Oh,
yeah.
No, that was in his deck.
I've got a deck, and on average, each card is in between about $5 to $20. I think the most expensive card I have in there is about $80.
Wow.
All right. What card is that? What does it do?
It's called the Great Henge. You hear that? White pants kind of moment for the boys.
Oh, the great Ange.
Wait. Is that the thing Trump was trying to do?
Oh, that was a way different. That was like a Game of Thrones thing.
Is that why you're trying to build a wall deck?
Let's see. I think my most expensive deck's probably my Dragon deck's like around 300. The most expensive card.
Really?
In that, yeah. It's only 300. That's my most expensive deck.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm a
After
pure peasant over here.
Mom, I love you. Before I say how much my most expensive deck is and how much I've spent on a card, Mom, I love you. Thank you for keeping me mostly responsible. My most expensive deck is $700.
Sounds normal.
The most expensive card I bought was $100.
dude, that's not even a competitive like EDH or CDEDH.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's not even close to a
Is it
competitor.
because
yeah.
how good the cards are, or because of the art?
So a lot of it is the art.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah. So the most expensive card I bought, so a couple years ago in 2020, I think it was 2018, 2020, around there, they came out with Ikoria with the Godzilla art.
Oh,
Yeah.
Was really big on.
So to interject, I do know last Comic Con one of the vendors, El Colectador 831, he said he had some Godzilla cards, and he said he just had sold them. So hopefully he shows up next year. Then you guys could probably find some more gems.
He won't be here, and neither will the Salinas Toy guys. For anyone that is listening, I know there's a dozen or more so in the live chat right now. But not this weekend, but next weekend is finally the con. El Collector and the Salinas Toy Show guys will also be at the Capitola Con in the Capitola Mall the same day as us and the day, I believe, before or after. But you can go ahead and check them out. I know that they have some cool things. There is a great place to go find magic cards over at the Monterey Antique Mall. The guy has them up there, and they're all like 25 cents. He's just kind of bulk selling, but I found quite a few ones over there because James used to be the main guy. He was Hard Knocks Collectibles for a long time. He got out of it and just stuck to Pokemon. But he has a whole 3 things of just random magic cards up there.
Yeah, there's another little great shop. It's pretty underground. I don't know if you guys heard of it. It's called Sacred 8 Studios.
What would be your guys' expensive cards?
The most expensive card you ever bought? What was
Most
it?
expensive card I've ever bought, I think, was just for my angel deck that I was trying to build. Was Land Tax, which was $15.
Really? And you're shitting on me for getting $100 card.
No. There is one other card I'm like really debating on. It's to get the Elish Norn, but the Junji Ito art. It's like $50, almost like $60. So that's one I'm like really debating on. Like, do I really want to shell out the money for it?
Do it.
Damn.
What about you, Sam? What was your most expensive card?
I think my most expensive card I actually bought here. Here at Sacred 8.
Not sponsored, by the way.
Not sponsored. I just happened to find it.
Everything's sponsored. And in the next 2 months, you probably won't be. What's the...
I want to say it was 30 because there's that one. You remember that one a couple weeks ago I found?
Old ass.
It was an old card from like '94. And I just happened to see it and I was like, "This is really cool art." It's black, blue, red. Like, you need like 3 black, 3 blue, 2 red kind of thing.
Sounds like
something
a prison
Sabretooth.
gang.
Arcades Sabretooth.
That's what it was, and it was. I think it was a $30 card. That was the most I've ever paid for a card.
So far, Isaiah's beating all of us right now.
Yeah, and look at him. Can you tell? He does a lot of things to get them magic cards. That's all I'm saying.
Hey man, these hands are they're worth a lot. Rex.
For me, it was just Mana Drain. Mana Drain's around $50.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
that's
yeah,
my most
yeah.
expensive, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it's getting reprinted with the newest set.
Yeah.
How could I have known
Like
that?
the wanted poster art. Oh my goodness.
Comes out on Friday, boys.
What's the most expensive card you got out of a pack, though?
That I got out of a pack.
Yeah. For me, it was X was there. The Deathrite Shaman serialized $2.99.
I wish I would have seen you actually pull it.
Yeah.
Because you got, like, again,
I couldn't believe this is a $400 car. I just pulled right in.
The funny thing too about it is that the guys will play like they. So anyone that knows, like right now, shout out real quick in the chat. We have Sprinkles of Doom, we have Pep, we have No Name, we have Rivers, Radtastic CC, we have Killer Motors. Obviously, we have Iconic, our boy, Jackie, and quite a few handful of the people. There's also a guy named Ass Tackler. You know him? I've never seen him in the chat, but fucking welcome. Tackle me anytime.
That's what he's trying to get tackled.
Yeah, well, they were talking about their most expensive car. Somebody goes, my Capital One. And then at the same Ass Tackler said New York City Metro card. And then Darth and myself at the same time said, our green card is about worth 50 grand to the right person. But,
I say, how much debt is collected on those cards?
Oh, yeah. Fucking enough for an Ass Tackler. But the funny thing is, like anybody that knows in chat and more or whatever that has been to the Sanctorum, we trust certain people after hours to be on that side because we know you guys.
Right.
And it's funny because in here you can't hear anything out there.
No.
But you guys were like screaming to see if you could be on the live. They were like they were just yelling and saying shit one day to see if they could hear themselves on the live break. But yeah, we were doing one of them and you had pulled a collector's pack.
Yeah.
What is the fucking difference from draft, set, booster, now and collector, and now this fucking play pack?
Play pack or whatever, play draft. Play
You guys, however you want to do it.
Okay.
Try hard. Remember when we talked about sweaties? Isaiah's turning into one of them. Just put it out there.
Listen here. I can be a sweat when I need to be. Like, if I need to take care of a Rasputin, I'll take care of Rasputin. No, so with draft boosters, those are the 15 cards, right? And then set
12?
Yeah.
12, yeah.
Okay.
You can do math. California didn't feel you that bad.
It kind
Are
of
you
did.
sure about that?
Look at me now, California.
Hey, I love my Virginia. That's all I'm saying.
Love you, Virginia.
I don't blame you.
Shit, I'll take that. No, so with draft boosters, they come with 15 cards. Okay, there's guaranteed rare in there, but you know, it may sound cool. No, each rare can go from like 50 cents, 10 to 50 cents, to like, who knows, like $30, $50.
Something around there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it depends on which one it is. Yeah,
Exactly,
what set it's from
exactly.
too.
Yeah.
Damn.
You wanna go
Yep.
on about set?
I mean, set usually just has. I'm not that stupid. My name's not Isaiah.
Ah, damn.
But, so set usually has 12 cards. You're usually guaranteed. It's like either foil or rare, a mythic, something like that in it. You're gonna get a lot of repeats if you buy a lot of boosters. You usually get a lot of repeat, like uncommons, commons. It's really just kind of like take your draft, take what you have, and kind of supplement it so you can build better decks, build more stuff with it. So.
Collector is just set, but better. That's all.
I mean,
but
basically,
it's way more
basically.
expensive. Yeah, just
Oh,
less,
yeah.
less packs.
Which is crazy from like a business point of view. Like from a business point of view, buying this shit is way more expensive. Like funding a card shop is way more expensive than a comic shop because it's like it's ungodly how much these fucking boxes for 12 fucking packs. It's like $200-$300. Yeah,
Yeah.
$240 to $300. We got fucked on the Fallout pack. Now let's talk about Fallout really quick.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go, let's go.
Okay, not only is it debuting tonight, yeah, I know. Look at that right there.
Okay, where's the camera?
5 right here, 5. Woo. Yeah, right there.
Oh
Doesn't
yeah.
It just looks like he's pulling his nipples.
That's all he's doing. What do you mean?
He looks like Mel Gibson in South Park. Oh, my nipples are hard. Oh, yes. Oh, God damn it. But Fallout, why do you think that series just fucking hit so hard? Because Hasbro bought out Wizards of the Coast, and a lot of people shat on that. Why did they shit on that? Because like Nathaniel, whether you're listening or not, Nathaniel, you son of a bitch, love you. A lot of the old heads in fucking cards tend to be super sweaty.
Yeah.
Toy guys are just they're cool to an extent. They're like the Did you ever watch Rocket Power?
No.
Yes.
You watch Rocket Power? Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, you remember Tito?
Yeah.
He's an ancient Hawaiian say. He was just a really cool shubi.
Yeah.
He was the cool dude. That's toy guys to me. Comics are like comic guys are a plethora of things, but at the end of the day, like no one's gonna gatekeep Silver Age, Golden Age. They just want to know what you have.
Right.
Card guys have this really weird thing of like, who the fuck are you? You know what I mean? Like how I imagine a redneck trucker is in the Bible Belt is how I feel going into a card shop.
Listen here, this town ain't big enough.
As somebody from the Bible Belt, I can confirm.
So first and foremost, why do you think Hasbro buying that property did terrible in the eyes of the tryhards or the old sweats?
I say just because Hasbro's been pretty known to like just screw over stuff, and especially just they're just out to make $1.
Yep.
Especially a good example is the D&D. They also own it, if I remember correctly, and their main thing is, oh, we're just gonna keep racking up money. We're not gonna give back to the players instead. It's very much of like we wanna see our community thrive, but the people who own our community basically are just out to make $1 instead.
100%.
Did you ever hear about what they did for the 30th anniversary for Magic?
Nope.
They released this box, 4 packs, each one 15 cards, random, and these packs are cards from like you might have a chance to pull like a Black Lotus. Was it Black Lotus, right?
Yeah.
The reprint, right?
Yeah, reprint.
And that pissed people off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. They're all proxies. They're fake. You can't even use them. You can't even use them in a tournament and anything. It's just they're banned. So we're spending. And how much do you think this box of 4 packs randomized? You don't even know what you might get.
Would you just asking prospectively? Would you consider them to be a collector's pack?
This is not. I don't even think it's a collector. This is like.
Yeah, but I'm saying like,
sure. Yeah, why not? Let's just say
to like a fucking idiot.
Like
Would you consider
just-
Sure, why not?
to
Why
Sam.
Not? Why not?
a fucking idiot? You say absolutely.
Why not? How much?
Okay.
What do you mean by
I would
that
say for
one?
the entire box $275.
$1,000. People saw that 1,000 for
Yeah.
fake cards, and they're random. I'm not even pull a card I want.
Wow.
And this is the things we get for 30th anniversary. I remember hearing about that. I was like, that sucks for them.
I was
couldn't
gonna
believe
say
that.
I went to Vegas for the 30th anniversary con.
Really?
Yeah, and there were people just tons of them boxes. I was like, bro, that's not worth it, dude.
I heard they closed the sale on the website early because nobody was buying them. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, and
Nobody
then people in person, it's like, oh man, the rush of like, let me go get this, So like, there are people walking around with boxes, and
To be fucking fair though, I feel like they had to mark it up that much to just buy the amount of deodorant and fucking fresh flowers to offset those conventions. I tattoo at Comic Cons, and when they ever have the card pits, it is like legendarily a thing of where it's almost like when you see people going into battle like the ride into Rohan or some bullshit where they're like, and then they just fucking go into the fucking mist.
Bro,
That's what it is.
what was SpongeBob when Patrick and SpongeBob were trying to leave the Flying Dutchman's ship, right? We have to go through the perfume aisle.
That's exactly what it is. $1,000, and so I mean, okay, I can understand that. It's like a cash grab.
milking the fan base dry.
So
yeah.
why did Fallout pop off the way it did from a card player's point of view? Each one of you.
So for me personally, I think it's because Fallout is such a popular franchise that a lot of people were like you, Chris,
yeah.
it's part of the game now. I might as well start while I can, you know? And it's a great, incredible window for a lot of people because some, what was it? There are other sets, Transformers, Lord of the Rings, and Fallout.
They're doing Assassin's Creed later this year.
And they have Marvel coming out next year.
Oh,
Yep.
Marvel, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Again, that's going to be another big one.
That'll be
Bro.
it, bro.
Bring back Iron Man.
Yeah, I know you're watching. Where are you at? Camera 3. I know you're watching fucking Edwin. I know for a guy that he's gonna collect every black. You son of a bitch! You're gonna collect every Black Widow card known to fucking man.
Oh my god.
Every Black Widow card, and he's just gonna sniff them.
Just have a little friend.
Okay, but Fallout tended to be one of the biggest games that I feel like every generation can enjoy.
Yeah.
So like, when did you being the youngest in spirit here?
Yes.
Definitely. When did you find Fallout?
I found Fallout in 2008, 2009, I want to say, and that was Fallout 3. That was the first time I was introduced to it. I remember it being on the PC. I think one of my cousins, cousin Dan, he was playing it or had just started playing it. Was there ever a game called Fallout Tactics?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Okay.
original for the PC.
Okay, so
Trash.
that's the game I remember them playing. But my introduction was to Fallout 3, and I put it up there as like one of the greatest gaming experiences I've ever had as far as an RPG is concerned. The amount of like replayability, the storyline is engaging, all the side quests, everything about the game is just so well done, and the fact like how they blend all these different time periods into that one period, and how all their tech is and everything about it is like just it's unique, and it's something that appeals to me. So I'd like that's it for it. But
When did you find Fallout?
I found Fallout during when New Vegas came out.
oh yeah,
I remember.
So I played Oblivion, and then they're like, "Hey, this is Oblivion with guns." And I'm like, all right, let's try it.
Hell yeah.
What do
Never picked up a gun. Only had boxing gloves through the whole game. I
that's
was like,
rad.
this is all I need.
He's sitting there at Thanksgiving dinner. Hey, what'd you bring for the Thanksgiving dinner?
These
He's like,
hands.
These hands.
When did you guys ever find Fallout?
September 2012. September 5th, 2012.
Specifically, he was like in honor of before the Twin Towers. This is for what was it? Was it Nuketown?
Oh yeah.
I remember looking through the Xbox Marketplace, and I see this game Fallout 3, and there's like pictures of ghouls and everything. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. I tried it out, and I think I told you, Chris, I get shot in the head. My head's crippled, and I'm like for an hour or two, like blur, like I'm like, what do I do here? How do I fix this problem? I'm like, oh my god, impact to the head. That's how I do. and then I couldn't find a way to. How do I repair my guns in this game? I don't want to keep buying new AK-47s. Like, I just gotta press Y. But around 2011, 2012, that's where I got it.
Okay. What about you, Rodrigo?
I think I probably discovered it maybe like a year after, because Brian had introduced it to my brother, and he was like,
I remember how I introduced him. He sees me like, what is this game? Fallout New Vegas. I go into the Brotherhood Steel bunker. I'm like, boom, boom, boom. Tesla cat and Tesla and Fat Man. He's like, this game fucking rocks. I'm like, yeah, you can
Murder people.
This game's a tits.
So for reference, he said he's shooting a Fat Man, which is a nuclear launcher.
Yeah, mini nuke launcher.
Yeah.
A catapult on your shoulder.
Yeah, it's a catapult on your shoulder, and all Brian goes pew.
It's not doing it justice.
but yeah. So my brother got, I think, Fallout 3 Game of the Year.
That's when it has all the DLC.
Yeah,
Oh, my God.
I watched him play. Didn't get into it myself, but I saw him, was like, wow, that's a really good game. Like especially like all the dialogue choices. Especially the character building. How one playthrough is like very different than the other one.
Absolutely.
Small guns, big guns, melee weapons,
Choices.
speech.
Yeah, who you talk to,
yeah.
who you encounter first, like like everything in that game. That's why it's so much fun, because you can just keep replaying over and over again. Try something different. Once
there's
you
so
start to
many
play,
different
you start to
branches.
remember where certain caches of weapons are. So when you start a brand new game over, I got to run to this place here, this place there, so you can.
How much Fallout have you played?
Thousands of hours, dude. Honestly.
And all that time, genuine question. So you've played it over 2,000 hours?
More than likely, yeah.
Okay.
If you add up all the games, all the different
Now, is
characters
that-
that I've started,
In all
Okay.
that time, how many times have you used a hard R against Preston Garvey?
I can admit with all honesty,
God damn it.
zero.
Don't
Zero,
lie.
'cause
Don't
what I
lie
do-
to us.
really
Don't
don't.
lie.
The way I deal with Preston Garvey is anytime he tells me I have a settlement to go and follow, I'm like, yep, we do have a settlement. Get your weapons. You're coming with me, and I just take them wherever we go. And I'll sit back and let him do all the fighting. So
Okay.
when he goes down, I'm like, okay, Stimpack, get back into that fight. We got a settlement to save here, pal. And Yeah.
All right, I love all of our audience enough to keep letting Chris lie like this. Don't lie to us all. Tell us the truth.
For legal reasons, that's a
No.
joke.
That sounds a lot like what the white man used to do.
Yes.
I think when we all got the message from Preston, we all like, all right, I'll go handle it. I don't give my settlers weapons. I just show up. Okay, so I'm leaving now. I'll just find my son now.
So now we know that in Bri-Bri's playthrough, you're basically a cartel. Just corridos playing in the background. You're the only guy to ever pick up a Mexican radio station and fucking Fallout as you're just blasting kids in the head. Exactly. Fucking.
But see, here's the only thing
fucking
though.
meta.
He's actually going to get his kid. That is like so. He did not go out for milk.
Which one of you guys was? We were making a joke of like all these different mods of playing Fallout and how, having the worst experience, having the worst luck. Like if your luck was -10, it's like right before Kellogg kills your wife. Spoilers. He's like, wait a minute, what are you doing? And he just starts groping your wife, and your kid flips you off, and you're like, what the fuck? And then you get frozen.
No, you just see it and you're like, oh yeah, thumbs up.
What was your first
I'm glad
experience?
someone else enjoys it.
Yeah. What was your first
Hey,
experience?
all I'm saying before I say it, Brian and Isaiah, and for your future partners, I'm so sorry. For me, it was probably 2011, 2012. So one of my friends back home, his birthday's about the same as mine. We have another friend who would come in and he would give us our birthday gifts like right around the same time. He gave the other buddy Fallout New Vegas, which was my first time seeing it. I was like, this is amazing. So I told my mom, I was like, hey, like I want to get this. We got I must have been 2012 because the Game of the Year edition came out. And so I got that and I was like, I probably sunk 1,000 hours on the PS3 version.
Yeah.
Back in the day, just so good.
I was on the 360 at that time.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. Me too. That's why I have a PS4 now.
That's right. PlayStation
Eventually, I'll get
Restoration.
to, once Fallout 5 comes out, then I'll upgrade to a PS5.
So like 10 years from now.
10 years from now, yeah.
But Chris,
That was your first
you'll
experience?
try other
Yeah,
games
yeah,
though.
And then what was yours, Isaiah?
So, sorry, JD's and Littleman. It was in 2018.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
So
It's okay if Chris still hasn't played Skyrim.
Yep, that's true.
Nerd.
Was
Get
your-
out of
yeah.
here.
2018.
It's just, he focuses on Rim.
Yes.
Job.
Yo, you want to go play the Rim and the game?
Yeah. If you want to take a flight to Miami, I'll show you Skyrim real quick.
Wait, was your first experience 76?
It was.
I knew it.
So hold on.
Wait, you put on my dead father. Exactly. Wait. Hold on, really quick. I'm all Dad. I'm sorry.
I show X that one meme. It's a gorilla meme. Like, isn't this like your daddy? Like, this picture's text. It's text right here. It's like my dad's dead, bro. I'm like, boo this.
First and foremost, Harambe didn't die for this shit.
Everything started going downhill when Harambe died.
Yeah.
Bro,
that's
big shot for Harambe,
Yeah, that's
100%.
exactly what I told my ex-girlfriend before we broke up. Listen, it's not you or me, it's Harambe.
It's Harambe.
Yes.
Harambe for president.
Oh, so you played 76, that was your first
Yeah,
one.
so like,
Boo.
I come from a family of 11 kids. Okay, so
and
I never got like time to play on anything really. Like, well, I did, not to make it sound like I was like.
I heard you played the Wii all the time. Wii.
But yeah, so I didn't get a PlayStation 4 until I turned 18. It was a Christmas gift exchange, right? And my buddy Luke, he gifted me his old PlayStation 4. I was like,
that's
okay,
awesome.
this is sick, And I started buying a whole bunch of games and all that. And 76 was just coming out at that time. So I was like, I'll start playing this. Hot ass. It was hot ass, everyone. Like, I am a gamer. No, that was hot ass. It sucked, right? And I went back and played, like, Fallout New Vegas and all that. It was amazing. I was like, why the shit did this hump the dog so hard that, like, no one else loves it?
I think at the time Fallout 4 was so popular before 76 had come out that people were wanting co-op play. Because on PS4 you can go live and you can let people watch you play, or you could do the thing where you let your buddy have control so he can show you something like, oh, let me show you something in the game, and you take control of it and you can watch that kind of shit. So the co-op function would have been great, and I think that's what Fallout 76 was trying to achieve. I never played it. I remember getting it. I got that with the I think it comes with a helmet, right? I remember putting it in the system. I had to erase a bunch of downloaded games on it, put it in there, download it. It took me like 18 hours. By the time I got to play it, I'm like, all right, cool, let's check it out. Nope, another 18 hours or some shit for fucking more. I'm like, nope, eject the game.
Damn you, Earthling.
I said, delete off the hard drive, put it back in the case, and it has sat there ever since. And I just went back to Fallout 4.
I was just a good old boy.
No harm.
I met a lot of harm. Sanzu and I had moved to Oregon. We were in Bend for a little while, and we were trying to figure out what we were doing. I was in between a shop at the moment, and it was like the last time I told myself I was going to work for somebody. So I was like, fuck it. We wrote it out, and I was like, I'm going to treat myself to one game. And I was like, Fallout's coming out. Something to fucking cheer me up. Boy, was I wrong. And holy fuck, dude, that was one of the worst experiences ever. Fallout with no, like, I think
Which one though?
76.
Oh, 76.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I had treated myself because I had loved 3 and 4 so much, but I really do believe that when it came to mods, people don't like mods in certain games. It's like, well, how am I going to earn everything? I want everything to burn. There's a mod specifically that lets you kick kids. And I'm down. I'm cool with that.
Bro, you don't do that already?
You can kick the chickens.
Yeah, I get winded in real life, but not in Skyrim or Fallout. But I mean, like, I like mods in games, but when it gets to the point of you realize mods are not how much you change the world if the world doesn't exist and you don't have actual fucking NPCs to interact with, it's boring. Even like the multiplayer thing, I don't like. I think what I remember on Imgur at the time. An app that Sanzo Chimney for memes, there was always like the best top comments, and this guy made a very honest observation. He goes, I don't want multiplayer. Sometimes I need to get away from the world and get into my own.
Yeah.
And it was like 76, I feel, really fucking robbed that.
So I feel like 76. That's when they did the battle royale, right?
Yeah, because it almost seemed like they were trying to do like a Fortnite.
Yeah,
Fallout.
A lot of games were trying to do battle royale at that time, and there's only like a handful that really popped off. It was Call of Duty, Apex Legends, Fortnite, right? Call of Duty ended up falling off after.
How dare you forget about PUBG, bro?
PUBG,
PUBG
bro.
is the OG.
PUBG servers are dying. You can't deny me that. PUBG servers are dying.
River says stop supporting.
You're gonna go into Rust?
River said stop supporting Skyrim. I don't need it on my dishwasher. Oh, you're awake. So PUBG, I've heard of PUBG. What is it?
PUBG was the original Fortnite. It's
the original
it's just
battle
a more
royale.
realistic version of Fortnite is what it is.
Yeah.
That was my shit right there.
Bro, PUBG Mobile is what me and my siblings used to play all the time. Winner, chicken dinner, everyone.
Didn't they try to sue Fortnite one time?
Yeah.
They were jealous.
100%. But Fortnite, bunch of shiny colors. Oh my goodness.
Fortnite did it right though, with all the companies they got to all the skins. They have Naruto, Goku.
They got DC. They got
rights to
God of
music.
War.
It's
They got
crazy.
Halo.
So Fortnite is the Magic the Gathering of fucking video games.
Oh,
Bro,
yeah, you
funny
forgot,
enough, there's Fortnite cards in Magic the Gathering.
Oh yeah,
I
there
believe
is.
it. Yeah, there. Remember when? What was it? Fort Zero or some shit like that.
Oh, that.
Where they did the comics, and you would have to
That's-
collect the skins.
Yeah.
I remember people coming in, and it would be like really douchey people coming into the shop when we just had it on this side. Do you have the Fortnite books? I'm sorry. Do you or do you not have them? And I had an entire stack they had shipped to us for free.
I remember those.
And I was like, unfortunately, they're taken. So you don't have them? And immediately, I think that's when like people started getting to know who I was, and I was like, the fuck did I just tell you? well, do you know if you're gonna get any more in? I don't fucking know. Listen, what do you want? For what? It's a video game. I don't give a fuck. I sell comic books. It's a comic book. So what is it, stupid? And the person would just leave because they would go, and then I sat with like 60 of them behind the counter. I'm like, God damn it, why did I get rid of these?
Then 2 weeks after that, we had the first con, and he comes to my table. Here, pass these out to kids.
Yeah, exactly. Like a Fortnite book. I am the hero of the story.
Here, pass out this. It's Peely. It's Peely. Don't worry.
So, back to the original question. Now that we understand where everyone falls, Fallout. Why do you think that hit so hard versus other properties with Magic?
First off, it's well established, and then again also because in this set they did introduce cards that like never been reprinted, or even new cards. A lot of people like the creatures of the Fallout universe.
Well, that in your commander decks, you had Caesar, Kaiser's Legion.
That was Brian.
And then you had Dr.
White
Lee.
mana.
Dr. Lee from, that's Fallout 3. So Kaiser would have been New Vegas. Dr. Lee's from Fallout 3 and 4. What's the other one? Mothman.
76.
And then there's the Scrappy.
Dog meat.
Dog meat.
Scrappy Scrappers or something like that. Or Survivors. Yeah.
I think it's just been a good amount of time since Fallout has come out, and the last DLC as well, that people are itching for something Bethesda that's not Elder Scrolls Online, that's not Fallout 76.
It's not Skyrim for the 20th time.
I'll be fine with another Skyrim.
Skyrim
on that side of the table. I'm okay. I bought Skyrim on every console except like the Switch.
What was that other game that they had put out? It was the one in space.
Starfield.
That was
Starfield, because Starfield didn't do that great either.
No, but they.
I tried.
Was it
This
Obsidian
so
or was it Bethesda that did
New Vegas?
Not New Vegas. Oh, the game that came out a few years ago that was very Fallout-esque.
Outer Worlds.
Outer Worlds.
Yeah.
Was
That was Obsidian.
Was it Obsidian?
That was Obsidian.
Fun.
That was a great game.
liked
I
it. It was
loved
just
that game.
broken as fuck.
Yeah, I was gonna say
very
it
broken,
felt like
but
a
it's great.
better version of No Man's Sky.
I agree with that. I can agree with
Yeah.
that.
But No Man's Sky's good now
Oh, man, I remember
after all the
No Man's Sky.
updates.
After all the
10
updates.
years. I
No Man's
bought
Sky,
No
I
Man's
remember.
Sky when it came
Yeah,
out,
I just
and I
remember
was
when
like,
it
this
came
is
out.
great.
Fortnite.
You could go anywhere in the universe, and the guys are really, and he goes, yes, there are
As they're packing up their studio to.
there are no Nazis in Germany. Don't worry
Hey,
about it. Just a bunch of guys loading a truck with red armbands.
Hey,
They're all,
why do you sound like my great grandpa right now?
Not only is he most Mexican, he's the most German.
He's a beater snitchel.
Jawohl. I mean,
I think that's it. It's well established, beloved. Because if you ask a random person like, do you like Warhammer? And like, what's Warhammer? It's like, okay, well, all right. What about like in Doctor Who? Doctor Who's a beloved series, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the set, the decks, the cards is like, that's whatever, right? The Doctor Who sets. What other collabs they had?
Transformers.
Transformers. Yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
What do you think was
yeah.
more popular?
by far. I mean, like I day one, hour one, I had put down for all the fucking products. So for anyone that doesn't know how a comic book shop in a card capacity works, it's the way that they treat comic book shops, because we don't buy the heavy amount of product that card shops do. They care about cases. So a case of just collector's boxes can run you $1,200. So when you go to your local card shop, I guess, LCS versus LCBS, right? Local card shop, local comic book shop. So your LCS has, let's say, 200 boxes. Those 200 boxes at 12 or 6 per case, that person spent $15,000 that fucking month just to get you to buy shit. Versus a comic book shop, or cases are probably about like 1,000 to like 2,000 a week.
Yeah.
But like you have to have like $15,000 a month just to run. Like Intergalactic's got to at least be putting close to $20,000 a month on some of the shit,
Yeah,
and people are over here like, I don't want to pay $4 for a comic, and so buy the goddamn thing. But when you're an LCBS, if you don't buy the amount of product, they immediately are like, okay, we'll give you the slim pickings. If you're a LCS and you want to order comics, they're going to give you slim pickings. The hard part is I had ordered everything for you boys, and then you were gracious enough to be like, we'll buy from here. And I was all, absolutely not. Like, get what you need. Because, like, I'm also very honest. Like, get what you need because they'll fuck us. And sure enough, we got fucked. And then we found out that they had a bunch of shit in that warehouse and they gave it to somebody else. And the guy was like, whoops. I even showed you guys the form out of just respect of, like, we didn't get anything. And that's a very hard conversation to have where, you know, we're turning more into a card shop now with older collectibles, comics wise, and manga and so forth. And because I think it's the smart thing to do because you guys are active in the comic community. Nobody fucking reads anymore heavily. There's a few of us, but they're not enough.
Well, that's because like most of us don't know how to read.
That's great. Sign
Times
this.
have changed.
Sign this. It's all yours. Everything. I just start fucking skipping out of here. I can hear his tits flop from here. Yeah. It actually sounds like this is a. But I mean, from that perspective, I think that's the hard part is card guys are so much more active because every month you're looking to do something and you play each other.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like comic guys, it's almost like playing poker, right? What do you got? I got this. I need at least 2 of this for that. You know what I mean?
Go
like,
fish.
Yeah, fucking toy guys are like the paint.
Yeah.
The condition, I don't know, bro.
That box looks a little.
That box looks a little freaky.
Yeah.
You guys are very much like, yeah, I would like it to not be bent or like scratched, but like for the most part, would this fuck with my friend when I'm playing?
Right now, I'm in the process of building a deck, and it's mostly.
Who asked?
Eat my ass, dude. But I mean, I'm like in the process of it. I'm like, who is this gonna upset the most? Like, I'm here not to win games, but to like make everyone pissed. All right, that's all I want to do. And you know, sometimes it happens. But like, once you play one good thing, the entire table will come at you. Let me tell you. Okay.
Ooh, let him cook.
I don't remember this.
Brian, you want to tell the story? You want to spit your bars?
You mean how he hit you with 76 damage?
Oh, sorry, 52 damage.
52 damage.
Hey.
I'm using my friend Jesus's what you call it? Fire-Exin Incubate deck. And I'm like, okay, if I can get Isaiah to maybe kill this creature, I can transfer my health and 5 counters to my commander. And he takes it. I'm like, okay, well, that's maybe next turn, maybe, right? And he's like, I was like, in his mind, he's probably thinking like, oh, I got you now, Ryan. So he just buffs up his commander.
My commander.
Because his commander, and he attacks, and it doesn't even do combat damage. It just when he attacks, like when he attacks.
So I had the Mage Slayer on my commander. So what my commander does is it doubles the attack on each of my attacks, right? Or at the beginning of my attack phase, right? So I had a whole bunch of 1/1 counters on him. I already had another thing to like double damage, right? And then I put the Mage Slayer on, which says like when it attacks, it'll automatically deal damage to either player or planeswalker, right? I was like, all right, Brian, you hit me for 5. Now, mind you,
You're
okay.
enemy number 1 now. Damage.
We start out with 40. No one else has attacked me, okay? But this motherfucker right here.
He could not accept 5 damage. It was
5
Of course not.
damage.
Look at him.
Okay.
No, sir.
He's never forgetting the colonizers, and you look like
look
one.
at me. look at that Jewish son of a bitch.
He swung his commander like, I'm going to declare an attack, and then you die. And like, okay, now my commander hits you. Oh wait, you're already dead. I don't even have to hit you now.
Real quick. So I've been watching chat off and on. Dan Midnight, shout out to you, buddy.
What up, Dan?
Big ups.
Do you big ups. He goes, do you think, this is a great question, do you think furries are more into Magic or Fortnite?
Fortnite.
That is gonna be fucking.
But so here's the thing, I can actually prove that because
He puts his paws on the table.
so one of my
meow.
so I knew a guy who was a furry. He's up at the DLI with me. He's not here anymore. He has since been removed.
He was
Wonder why.
He was hunted.
That's right.
The Blade 2 soundtrack.
It's fox hunting season.
And I would, because he was the roommate of a buddy of mine, and so I'd go in there like we just talk about stuff, whatever, and I would see him playing Fortnite all the time, like every single time I'd see him playing Fortnite or League, one of the two, and I was like, yeah, that sounds about right.
You're playing League, bro. That's a red flag
Like
automatically,
no,
bro.
like people who play League, I have some friends who play League. That's fine, but I'm gonna wonder, are you or are you not a furry? There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not my cup of tea, you know. What Isaiah does in his room at nighttime.
Hey, man, you wonder what's in your cup of tea.
It's what pays his bills, you know.
So with the conversation of the Fallout magic, that went like hotcakes to the point that people are starting to like scalp crazily.
Oh, yeah.
I think the thing that pisses me off is you're seeing, because like so a lot of these card vendors do not sell to people that don't have brick and mortar. That's like a big no-no. But people found a loophole with that, and they build a faux shop. They build an actual place and put a bunch of like wire racks in it, and it's their storage unit. But they make it look like a real place, and they advertise it. You can put a Google thing up. I'm teaching you how to put me out of business. And but you can buy the product, and then they go on TikTok shop. And that's how they do it, because they can buy 5 times more, and they don't have to actually have overhead. They have a storage unit. So there's a guy who does it on TikTok right now, where he's buying 75 cases per.
Good
of
Lord.
anything.
Oh my
They already
God.
have all the, what is it, the Elseworld? It's that new one that they're doing for Magic.
Oh, are you talking about Thunder Junction? Is that
Yeah,
what you're
that's
talking
the
about?
new
No. It's before that. It's like a.
Murders Carlove Manor?
Yeah, there's murder.
They're like a whole different series of like this micro sets, because those are like the big themes.
Unfinity?
No, I forget what it is, but they're white and red packs. But they're available right now, and they're getting them before anybody else. And it's like they look like the Assassin's Creed one, but they're basically like an Elseworld thing that they sell. But they're selling them. Buy our box, $279. We'll crack it open for you. We'll send it to you, but they have no overhead. So you can go to a storage unit, pay the $45, make it look like it, and then you can Photoshop or now AI generate a fucking storefront, and they'll check it. They'll get your business license, but if you're in California, you have to have a physical location. Outside of California, that's why everybody, gun-wise, card-wise, they go to Nevada.
Yep.
Nevada doesn't care.
Yeah.
And that puts a lot of your local card shops and comic book shops out of business, because people are like, fuck them. I won't make my money.
Yep.
Road trip to Nevada, question mark?
There you go.
There
See?
you
So with the Fallout thing building up, they released it at the right time, though.
Oh yeah.
So all of a sudden, everyone fucking loves Fallout, and the Magic the Gathering set. It's getting a bunch of people in. The card nights have blown up. Darth, Jackie, thank you guys for helping my wife Sanzu, fucking playing her first game. She's been playing the online version, trying to play more. She's like, I don't want to hold anyone back, because you guys absolutely were helping her, but you put her in a predicament, like I've been in the predicament of where it's like,
Isaiah.
let's go ahead and talk about that.
Wait, hold on. I just want to say, she beat Rodrigo.
I love you, Rodrigo. That's not hard. Especially if that's Isaiah's at the table, because he'll just destroy you before.
I think with Fallout, people were eager and excited.
Yeah.
With Lord of the Rings, it was. I think everybody knew it was hyped. Like I think you can ask somebody outside of Magic, like, oh, did you hear that Post Malone put like a $2 million bounty on Lord of the Ring cards? Like, oh yeah, I heard of that. Actually, yeah, everybody was hearing that. Everybody and their mama was hearing
So
that.
with Lord of the Rings, like I wasn't even gonna buy any of it, because not a lot of it was catching my eye. I was like, okay, that's cool stuff. Don't get me wrong, but with the Ring, everyone's like, I've got a chance.
I gotta get it.
It was a Willy Wonka thing.
Yeah, 100%. It's my golden ticket.
Except
Okay.
it wasn't even in the country. It was in freaking Canada.
Yeah, dude, that was wild. But like everyone was buying it. I have a buddy who spent like $2,000 on just buying boxes, right?
And
Just
his
so
name's Isaiah.
Oh my god.
So the
Funny of you to
original
think I have
Willy
that much
Wonka
money.
that we grew up with,
with Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder, baby.
All I can think about is where it's like, ma'am, they've got your husband, and they want a ransom. Please, I'll pay anything. They want your case of Wonka bars. She's like, how long do they need me to think about it?
It's chocolate, man.
Oh my god.
Yeah, people were going crazy over it for that ring. And I remember when I wasn't even anywhere near fucking Magic for years. And I remember seeing when the kid posted it on TikTok. And it was like a very like...
His hand was
trembling.
Yeah.
And Post Malone paid him double what it was.
Because it was
1.2.
originally going for
Yeah.
1.2, and Post Malone paid $2 million.
Yeah, he
Shout
goes
out
to
Posty.
Frankenstein's. He goes to Frankenstein's a lot in Whittier. So for anyone that doesn't know,
Oh, okay.
did you end up going?
Wait, I didn't get a chance to go out there. I didn't get a chance to go out there, but I did think about it. I was trying to go out there, but
So
didn't have time.
Frankenstein's, it used to be in San Jose back in like the early 90s. It is a Costco-sized warehouse that is Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, free to go in, and it is an absolute banger of a place. Cards, collectibles, jerseys, comics, toys, hot toys, statues. They have everything there, but it's a giant flea market for nerds.
Right.
He frequents that place all the time, and they close it down just for him.
That's
Because
crazy.
that's how frequent he goes, and like all the card vendors know, he goes in with 200 cash, and he's just like, yeah, I'll buy these and this. He's got some of the rarest cards, like he's got 2 Black Lotuses.
Oh
apparently.
my
And
god.
but just because he's an avid player,
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, so,
and everyone that's dealt with him at Frankenstein says that he's the fucking sweetest guy.
Oh, I
Like
bet.
he's just genuinely
That's
like a giant stoner who's like, hey man, he'll go to his friends. What do you want to buy? Fuck, I would really like that card. Trade me that one card that keeps fucking me, and I'll buy you that card. And you're like, like still a homie to the end, you know? Like I love that shit.
That's awesome.
shout out Post. Hey, Posty. If you come to Sacred 8 on that Comic-Con night,
Oh my
I
God.
challenge you. I
Access
challenge you.
Access says Rodrigo Villanark incoming.
Oh, it's gonna be end of times. I'm hanging from a cliff, and Rodrigo's there. He's like, I'll never forget you.
Yeah.
Unless we die.
Long live the king.
And then the last
With
thing
the
I
furry
say
paws.
is,
Get off my goddamn get off my roof. My lease doesn't cover this.
I see the furry paws. No. Just let me be. Take those off. Or like. He said,
and the
what
last
was it,
thing I
Scary
say
Movie?
here is before he dies is, oh no, I'm gonna.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. Darth Jackie, obviously, thank you again. You were going to say something about playing with Sanzu.
Oh yeah.
How did Edward do?
So you built her a deck. First and foremost, thank you for doing that. She has been talking about it. We're looking at dice. We're looking at getting her mat. It's nice because like she does want to actually be involved and have fun because she's always fucking working on something, or she's at the house or something. So she's like, you know what, I want to just try to do something new. So you guys took your time with her, and I really appreciate that you did that. But like, it's funny because you both are trying to help her, and then immediately it's like, okay, and this is where the negotiation gets funny. If you fuck me, he's gonna have to fucking take you out. But if you fuck him, I'm gonna have to take you out, and I'm over here hearing this shit, and I'm all, who's fucking who?
It boiled down to me, your wife, and Rodrigo.
Perfect.
Okay?
Whoa.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
I'm telling her.
Oh my god. Jesus.
Hold on.
A magical
but
Eiffel Tower thing.
Jesus Christ.
So it came down to like she had nothing but attackers. Rodrigo had 0, and I had a big ass creature. Okay, I was like, hey, I'm not gonna kill you. It's your first game, but if it boils down to 1-on-1, I'm gonna fuck you up. But I was like, attack Rodrigo, because Rodrigo's gonna kill me as soon as he can, and then he's gonna be the last person you have to get through. Kill that motherfucker. Okay? She's like, I'm just gonna sit here. I was like, no!
No.
What are you doing?
I'm just out here with my dog, just chilling, and then Isaiah's all like, kill him! Get rid of that
I was
dog!
sitting there, I was sitting
That
there,
dog
like-
is Satan!
I was sitting there. Kill the dog.
Hold on. I wasn't there for this game.
Yeah, you were in Disney.
What? Yes. What did you actually have, Rodrigo?
That's 100% what it was. He was.
I just had Rex.
She's sitting there. She's sitting there. She's like, but I really like the dog. I'm sitting there.
What?
The dog is a menace. You don't
I'm sitting there.
understand.
I lean over.
Is a menace.
I lean over. I go, kill the fucking dog.
if she knew what Chris did with the dog and his
my
match,
gosh.
oh
Yeah.
my god, no way.
I had Rex in a power armor, and there was like a card that I had gotten off from Nathan. Like pretty much, my character was so stacked, he was doing like 33 damage every time.
With trample and
That's
life
With
rank.
trample,
hot.
and- yeah, it was dope.
Yeah, but she's like, I'm just gonna sit here. I'm like, no, you're fucking us both. Hey,
I'd rather give the new player the win than let Isaiah win.
The worst part when I saw that X came by like, here, roll dice. I'm like, no, there's no rolling dice. If not, you need to side with somebody right now. There is no
What the
rolling
fuck are we
dice.
playing here? Dungeons and Dragons?
Exactly.
We're not nerds.
There's
The
no-
fuck?
like, are you running Mr. House deck? Like, no, like, you better choose a side.
like
bro.
in all reality, I was the biggest threat. I understood that. But with politics, I wanted her to take out that bitch right there. You see him? You see him looking at me?
And what happened?
Why are you looking at the Mexican like that?
Okay, so Rodrigo got me.
Oh.
She was like, I'm gonna hold off. I'm like, no, he's gonna kill me.
Well, yeah, she has a soft spot for dogs. Like her real dogs did just die. So like, oh, you guys over here,
Way to be
kill
a
the
dick,
dog,
Isaiah.
kill the dog, and I'm standing over her and I'm looking at her, looking at you, and I'm like, fuck.
You're just like
These
Emperor
fucking-
Bubsy,
yeah,
do
the-
it.
Yeah, I'm over here, and it's funny because like as everyone's trying to, like, it's such an interesting thing because people always like they'll fuck around, of course, but they always have this thing at the end of the day. I am the owner of the shop, so they'll try not to cross a certain line, and then they'll talk to Sanzu, and I'm standing over her. She's 5'3", 5 foot, and I'm fucking 6'1", 360 pounds, and it's just like, yeah, Susan, you fucking stupid mother, and I walk out, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? Nothing, X. It's nice to see you today. Oh, what a joyous occasion. What a treat. Want you to visit us here on this beautiful, bountiful day.
X used terrifying presence.
Yeah. Dude, the entire time that you guys are like talking about kill a dog, and I'm looking at her and she's looking at me. And so I was like, just roll the dice. Don't tell her to roll the dice. And I was like, how the fuck do I tell you that her dogs are dead, you piece of shit? Of course you do this. Ah.
But see, here's the thing. You would have told them that the dogs are dead, and Isaiah would have been like, fuck, make this one like the other ones then.
Straight up. I was about to say, three dog kill streak. Sorry, I really sympathize, but like,
We
that
love
dog
dogs here.
Needed to go.
Yeah, someone just commented said, "You never kill a dog, or you risk John Wick." Who was that? That was
She
that was
goes,
Dan Midnight.
yeah, she goes 9 out of 10. Recommend learning from these guys. Super helpful. -1 for dog murderers.
I just want to go on record. I was not there for this.
Neither was I.
I was not there.
You were having the joy of
so
your life.
you've never been, real quick before we go any
Yeah,
further.
yeah.
Well, actually, no, hold on. We'll finish the fucking thought. Darth and
Yeah.
Jackie and a few other people from Santa Cruz, from Fresno, Sacramento, want to be coming down if we're so lucky to be open, because you guys have actually really inspired a lot of society members to come and actually play Magic. You've explained it on the last episode. I want to hear you explain it. How would you describe? Because here's the thing. What prompted this question on the last pod? Darth, Jackie, and about 4 of the people were like, "What is like the right color or deck for me, and how would you describe it?" I know like Access and what is his name? Is it Chris, the newer guy,
Yeah.
the One Piece guy? They play Lorcana. They play One Piece. I know that we're trying to bring more stuff in for tournaments and so forth. But how would you describe, specifically you guys, someone getting into Magic if they want to play with you guys? Because I think what makes you like a different here versus what was the name of the shop you used to go to, Marina?
Oh, Rooster Gaming. Rooster Gaming.
Well, I heard a lot of amazing things when we first started up about how this place was such a great place for card players because everybody kind of accepted each other.
Yeah.
You guys are now the new forebearers here, which like a lot of people now don't feel. It's funny, right? Like from our perspective, Drew, like you and I, you see a card guy being like, "You better get your fuck out of my way, or my wizard's gonna really give you to you." And you're like, "Homie, if you don't get the fuck out of my face," you know what I mean?
Ah, I sit there. Come on, what's up, dog?
Yeah, exactly. Fucking.
X is over there like, if you don't get on my face, I'm going to call the Mexican Ned Flanders.
Exactly. Fucking immediately.
Diddly
That's what I
daddly,
call him. He's
puta
the
madre.
Mexican. Yeah, the Mexican Ned Flanders. But I mean, like, you guys have now become the new standard where again we're still fucking learning how to, like, we've really only ever been open like a year and 8 months because of all the construction, right? As far as comic wise, but you guys have been the new standard for what a card shop should be in Monterey County. For the new ones that are listening and want to get into card stuff from a Magic point of view, how would you describe what Magic is, what are the colors, and what should they keep in mind?
Hold on. I want to bring up an example I saw. Remember I told you about white, red, and black? What they do? Okay. So let's say white. Okay. What do they do? What are they known for?
Colonization.
Colonization.
You see, take notes here, Isaiah.
White mana power.
Take notes. He's not looking at any white man in the room.
You're not
Why do you look at me?
I'm saying Isaiah though. Last week he looked at Butch.
Yeah,
he looked at Butch. Just stared Butch down. Like,
Gazingly
when you
in
look
his
at the
eyes.
white, when you look at the white man, I mean the white mana.
I look Butch dead in the eyes and go, the white man.
So white. What are they known for? Board wipes, right?
Yep.
Land destruction. Armageddon, right? Destroys everything. Healing. Protection spells. You know, someone casts a board wipe, like, Teferi's protection. Get out of here, bro. I don't care about that stuff.
Green is big creatures.
Hold up. If you want to overwhelm your opponents, white, generate an army. let's say like, okay, all right, I want to make an army. What's another color I should add? How about red? You know, make them maybe buff them with +1/+1s or something. Maybe give them haste.
Shared animosity.
Something, or like War Leader's Call, right?
Yeah, War Leader's Call.
All right. Oh, so we got an aggressive army. All right. How about we add another color? Let's add black in there, right? Sacrificing your own creatures, buffing them. And like, so what do we have now? We have an aggressive army that's committing war crimes now. That's what white, red, black is, right? I'm Edgar Markov.
Geneva Convention? No, Geneva Suggestions.
So
Exactly.
for example, there's the most popular vampire commander is Edgar Markov. What does he do? Either he can be in the command zone or on the battlefield. Whenever you cast a vampire spell, you make a 1/1 vampire token. So if you cast one, boom, you have 2. Next turn, you cast 2 more, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're overwhelming your creatures. You're overwhelming your opponents with a horde of vampires. And like, you know what? I'm gonna board wipe you. Like, okay. Cast a vampire spell. Oh look, I'm back at 2 now. What are you gonna do now, buddy? So
can you explain really quick? I'm sorry, but before you go any further, can you explain what you did explain to me on day 1 about the thumbs up?
About the what?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Oh, this is what I got this from Jesus. Okay, whenever I play with Jesus with Magic, I'm like, Jesus, I'm gonna cast this destroy your target spell. He's like, I'm like, okay, and then I'm like, I'm gonna cast board wipe right now. Yeah, okay, I like that. I'm like, okay, well, yeah. Green's for casting big creature spells.
Yep.
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaur, of course, yes. If you ever see someone's, if you ever stumble across a match in Magic, and you see someone have like 20 land, like, how much land do you have? Like, oh, he has green. That makes sense. Okay, I understand. Green, buffing your creatures with low encounters.
Yep.
What else? Help me out.
You got a lot of trample and reach in there too.
Trample and oh my god, reach. Yes.
I love reach.
Now, like I said last, green is my favorite color because it does literally everything.
Everything.
Card draw, okay?
Yep.
Recursion, ramp, big dick energy, aka 1/1 counters, ladies and gentlemen. If you need a good color in Magic, go green every single fucking
See,
time.
that's why I went for new players who are just getting into Magic. I always recommend green because literally anybody can play it. You don't even have to graduate like past elementary school. Isaiah is my proof.
You can literally munch crayons as you're playing this deck. You just
Don't talk about my buddies and Marines like that. They do it, but
If you want an easy deck and very powerful, red and green. Those two color combinations
100%. Thank you.
Red and green. Or if you really want to be a dickhead, you go green and blue. So yeah, you go with that. What is a blue is? Blue is just counter spell. I'm not even gonna
mostly
just
counter spells.
Counter spells, draw cards.
What's a counter spell? So if someone's gonna cast a big like 20/20 creature, I'm gonna cast this big dick dino. I'm like counter spell.
Can I deny
that? Can I deny that? Deny.
Now, here's for all of you non-Magic players. Counterspell is the biggest cock block in the game.
It is 100%.
Blue, right?
Blue.
blue.
Okay.
So if someone sees, if let's say you're running a blue and black deck, like, okay, maybe they're running a reanimation. So like Will Helt, right? Blue, black.
Yeah.
What does he do? Keep bringing back zombies from the graveyard. Keep sacrificing his zombies to make more zombies. There's a constant cycle, and then. And then with blue, it's like you have someone trying to interrupt your game plan. Like counter this, counter that. I want my game plan to succeed. Blue and black trying to stall the game. You're running red and green. I'm going to try to kill you as quickly as possible right now. So that's why
Wait, why you look at me? Hey.
No, hold on. I use your deck that you made for X. So I'm like, where is the removal in this deck? Bro? There's 4 removal in that entire. Now, Isaiah's his thinking is like, well, why add removal? I'm gonna kill you as quickly as possible. Well, you know what? At that very moment, I need a removal actually. So,
I was saying, city on fire. You have gratuitous violence.
Well, good. I did not have any of that.
Sucks to suck, dude.
Okay, so first and foremost, Axis says. If they send me a deck list for a bounce type deck, I'm down to try it. What's a bounce type deck?
Blue.
Yeah, pretty much.
What is bounce type?
Like
So-
you're bouncing a creature that's already on the field back either into your hand or your opponent's hand. So then they gotta recast it again.
Yep.
So, yeah, if you cast
So
10,
you're sending it back off the board into the hand.
Yeah.
yeah. So someone casts a board wipe.
Basically.
Bounce it back to
Okay,
the hand.
so real quick, if somebody wanted, so we have power, we have monster type, we have magic, we have basically like a healer, and then we have like a necromancer, right?
Necromancer.
Necromancer.
So for anyone that would want to get into this to learn stuff, because I think what really has, because Bri bought me a deck and was like super cool about it, bought the sleeves, everything, and he's like, we're gonna have a card night, right? And that's the night I went to the hospital. And I felt so bad. It was like, oh god, fucking no. Oh god, damn it, no.
He's running from each side of the table. I'm gonna cast this. Runs to the other side. I'm gonna counter that. You motherfucker.
You know, I thought about that. Like to think there's a universe where you unfortunately passed away, so we never got.
Unfortunately, fuck it. This is the unfortunate.
We would have never gotten all those great memories already. We already have some great memories with Magic already, so we would have never have experienced that all because of a stupid dumbass plan. It's like,
Fuck
down. Here you go.
Yeah, I was supposed to play Magic, but then the fucking plant cast a blue spell on me and was like, fucking back to hand.
No, it was a green spell.
He
got an infect.
I was in they cast me as a vegetable and but no, I think what really got me into it is like the way we grew up, like specifically because we're the 3 older ones here, like growing up in a neighborhood where you would just talk a huge amount of shit, which like still goes on every fucking generation, but like specifically I'm gonna drop the F-bomb here, but like because we never meant it as gay,
Right.
but it would be like, what are you, a fucking fag? And you'd be like, no, and then be like, hey dude, that dude's gay. Why is him being gay a fucking problem? What are you, a fag? And like,
a South Park episode.
Well, the whole premise of like you would be like, if him being gay, why does that bother you, dude? He's just fucking doing his thing.
Right.
But you would get so aggressive about things, and then you would just shit talk into oblivion. And then like with comics, it's hard because with comic books, from my perspective, it becomes something where you're talking about how, like, what has to be one of your favorite books of all time.
Oh god, you're gonna put me on the spot like that.
If it's your favorite, it would be immediate.
Ooh,
Yeah.
true.
There's so many to choose from.
World War Hulk, easy.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Well, yours would probably be 98.
Yeah.
New Mutants.
Yeah.
First Deadpool. Okay, mine would be more Fun Comics 25, First Doctor Fate. Okay, but like a super old Golden Age. I know that I love those, like we love those books in general, but I'm never going to be here and be like, hey, BD, you really fucking want to check out my book that I love and you don't give a fucking shit about? Like, that's it. It's like a dick waving contest with some collectors when it comes to comics, which is like fine, but like I ain't got much dick to swing, bro. You know what I mean? But from the perspective of card players, it's like being a kid again, where it's like, well, you're gonna make fun of him for having fucking Jesus is the prime example of that shit, right? Where you'll be like, you'll cough, You?
Yeah.
I'm killing you. You're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
What did I do? Look at it. He's doing it again. You know what I mean? Like he singles you out for it. And the way you guys attack each other with the card game, it is the best form of how we grew up, of like really shitting on each other.
Yeah.
Shit talking on each other. And after you're done, you have to be like, you know what, dude? Like, and that's my favorite thing. Fuck you, Bri. I'm not even doing anything. No, fuck you.
Eric, Eric, if you're listening to this, fuck you, man. I'm using my go deck. It's like, Brian, I'm gonna attack you. I'm like, I have no creatures. I can't recover in time. Why am I being the biggest threat to you? I'm doing nothing. It's like, I just want to kill you now.
So in my playgroup that I used to have, it was
One was the left hand, one was
me,
the right hand.
Yeah. No, it was me and a couple of the buddies of mine, and like my buddy, my best friend Adrian. Let me tell you, shout out to you, Adrian. Love you, dog. So he's so he thinks so hard. If I do this, then this is gonna happen. He's like always several moves ahead, right? There's me, big creature. I'll fuck that. You know, and my buddy Brad, he goes, Isaiah has the worst threat assessment ever. If there's a man with a gun and a knife, I swear he would take the man with a gun, get shot, take his gun, shoot the man with the knife before getting the guy with the gun. Just sitting there like, I'm not here to win. I'm just here to make sure I'm not the first loser.
So Eric, for anyone that doesn't know, Eric is the guy who just got the color version of
Guts
from Berserk from me.
Hell yeah.
Son of a bitch, dude. I had no idea, A, he was an ex-Marine.
Yeah.
And then B,
he just barely came out.
Rodrigo's just salty.
One of my favorite lines of because Eric and I were talking, and he watched like every Doom anthology fucking thing about, like the lore of it and so forth. He didn't complain for 12 hours. He sat there, his first tattoo, that whole fucking thing.
Wow.
And I was getting a bunch of shit from people from Brazil being like, that's not fucking real, that doesn't look like him, that's a fake tattoo, just shitting on the entire thing, and I'm like, all right, whatever, fucking just haters being haters.
People from Brazil?
Brazil.
What's it like in a third world country?
What the
One of my mentors had mentioned it because he saw it before Instagram started taking him down, because there were accounts with 0 friends, 0 fucking followers, just whatever. But they were specifically targeting this thing. But one of my old mentors, Kenny, goes, who the fuck cares what they have to say? What do they have? Fucking soccer? And I was like, I don't really care. And he goes, bro, any country that's only exported soccer and ladyboys, don't fear it, bro. And I was like, all right, perfect.
And you're forgetting the plastic surgery.
Yeah, that's where the ladyboys comes in.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Sucky, long time. I'm in. No, sucky, me.
Yeah. I said I'm in.
Yeah, stood
But what I loved about Eric was the night before we were playing a game, and it was with you guys and with Richard. Describe Richard.
Go ahead.
Which one's Richard?
Very unique. He was the Vietnamese
He's the
kid.
other Asian kid.
He's the other Asian.
Oh, the one that was like, are we leaving yet?
Yeah.
Are we going? Eric, hey. I don't know
He's
you, but,
basically a more hyper short round.
Dr. Jones!
Bong Queen. Yeah. But like we were playing a game, and basically my deck that you had built me and you had helped build was proliferating or like proxying pretty heavy, and I had a chance to knock out Eric or him, and it was, what card did he play?
Richard casted Time Stop. It just ends the turn immediately.
Yeah, so it would end my turn from hurting somebody, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just layman's terms. And fucking Rodrigo was like, what are you doing? You could have just done this.
I also said, like, hey, Richard, you could have casted that on my turn if you want to end someone's turn. X could have killed Eric, and we would have been saved. It's like, no. I wanted to use it. Like, use it on me. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and like Rodrigo's there, like fucking Mick and Rocky, and being like, what are you doing? Oh my god. And then fucking pulls a card out of his ass, figuratively and literally, and wins the fucking game.
Damn.
At the very end.
You go,
And
Richard.
Rodrigo immediately is like, "That's my boy. I fucking knew you had it. I never doubted you for a second." And so you guys had come in to watch him get tattooed for a little bit, and it was you two and Morgan, or what does he go by?
Either Morgan or Manny, either one.
Manny. And you guys came in, and literally you were like, "Oh man, hour 6 is gonna come, this and that," and fucking after you guys had left, Eric goes, "Man, fucking Rodrigo comes in, all he does is hate." And I was like, "Well, you know, it is what it is." And the best quote ever, and he goes, "Well, Rodrigo says it, man. It costs nothing to be kind, but it also costs nothing to be a hater." I was just like the entire time.
That's a
And
motto
so,
right
and
there,
then
yeah.
the entire time he's like, "Yeah, no matter what I do, Rodrigo just hating on a." How do you say it?
Everyone's just hating on a
Gangster.
gangster.
I love hearing that because these boys will be fucking playing each other, and all you hear is everyone just hating on a gangster.
I'm gonna come.
That to me, man, like that was one of the best things ever. We were playing. It was you,
Yep.
myself. Oh, it was just 4.
Yeah, the 4 of us.
And-
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 4, and basically just you pulled the card and immediately, oh, I'm gonna come. So tried.
It was when I wiped everyone's hands.
Yep.
Yeah, because I pulled the soul ring next turn. I was like, oh,
And
that's it.
my in-laws were in town, my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, and you just see one of them go.
The Kevin Conroy lookalike. That guy.
Yes, Vince.
I just think Eric just loves to not get like he just loves to prove you wrong. That's what it is.
He wants to antagonize me.
Every time you tell Eric that this is gonna happen to you, he's like I'm gonna prove you wrong. He just hates that. He just hates like
Dude, you always need a hater in your corner. How are you gonna succeed without one? Sam's constantly hating on Isaiah.
Yeah, constantly hating on me. Okay.
This is what I'm talking
Because
about.
it's
Though.
true.
It's like one of my favorite things about the Magic players is that I think as a comic guy and a toy guy, we're always kind of taught that like card guys are people you don't want to be around because they get very aggressive, and us being the way we are, we're the type where we actually physically hit, and they don't seem. And most card players, to an ignorant person, don't seem like the type that would physically fight. They're more like they throw a tantrum.
Yeah.
So most of us in this realm are like, I can't fuck up a nerd. I may be a nerd, but I might fuck up a nerd. Then you get in the card world, and then you meet like guys like you, and the entire time it's like one of my favorite interactions between you is like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cast this, and Brad goes, I'm gonna cast my food tokens, and Rodrigo's face is immediately like.
Rodrigo says that's my the worst deck to play against. Just constantly munching my food. I'm like I'm doing nothing.
Him and his fat hobbits.
The fat hobbits. And then you'll have a face. Okay, I'm going to untap. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And the entire time, it goes from. I had posted a video on my Brushes of Doom page. And it was like, he must be out cheating. And it's like, okay, I untap for this. And then I bring out this. And it does that. You're eating chips. And Eric's doing his thing. Fucking Nathaniel's just kind of sitting there, and Poker Face is playing in the background. And you suggested Lady Gaga to be playing as the music, and then Eric's all, she doesn't miss. She never misses. And it goes from that to like, you know what? I'm gonna swing at you, Brian. Oh, what? So fuck me? Well, all right. Hey, before you fuck me, how about you go fuck yourself first? It's like the most gentlemanliest fuck you of all. What makes it so entertaining?
Absolutely.
Fallout, the TV show, drops out tonight.
It already hit at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
For those that have been paying attention to us and watching us instead of watching Fallout, we appreciate you.
Yeah,
I'll say that right
absolutely.
now.
There's
Nerds.
quite a few of you here.
Much love.
Much love.
So we can send him to the Shadow Realm. Comics is mostly a shy person's hobby. I'd say a collector, yes, not a seller.
Yeah.
Sellers are not fucking shy at all. Those guys
I
are
was
very
gonna say,
aggressive.
Whenever
These
you're
guys are
selling
dicks.
anything,
Those
aren't
guys
you
are
a seller?
dicks.
No.
I know.
when it
Yeah.
comes to
That's how you know.
he sits there.
Collectible
the
hat,
fuck
yeah.
up. Hashtag BD collectible, bootleg collectible.
Oh man.
But like when you're selling anything, you have to be outgoing, or else your product's not
Yeah.
gonna get out there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Fallout TV series. What are you anticipating, man?
Just goodness. It's probably going to be the next big thing for the, for the next few months.
There's
Everybody's
no
gonna be
dog
talking
meat. I'm
about.
gonna stop watching.
Oh yeah,
There has to be dog meat first episode.
I just keep catching all the interviews with Walter Goggins and some of the other cast members, and it's like the more and more that they talk about what they were doing and how they're involved, and like how much the director paid attention to like all the games. And I mean, this can be essentially considered a Fallout game because of how much stuff they're including in it. And there's a lot of like Easter eggs and things like that. So that's what I'm mostly looking forward to. So like looking for that kind of stuff.
I have a question. So I don't know if you guys remember, probably about 10 years ago, there was that YouTube series about Fallout where like a group of Fallout fans made a whole series about it. You guys ever watch that?
I think I do remember something like I don't remember watching it, but I remember seeing like they were working on it, and it was the New Vegas, right? Because they had the armor, the helmet.
Yes. And they had like they had stim packs, they had caps, like everything.
The blue star bottle cap, right? Super mutant, right?
Yeah,
About to
yeah,
kill it. Oh yeah, I remember that was good.
Yeah.
That was
like that was a really good because it was all fan made.
Oh yeah.
Like they took everything and just fan made it all, right? And it was one of the best things. It was one of the best things I ever saw that was Fallout related at the time. Now, do you think this Fallout will have something like that because it's already being done by people who are researching and like really paying attention, or do you think it's going to be something that kind of slips through the cracks, or not slips through the cracks, but doesn't live up to the hype?
I don't know, because even just that trailer, I mean, how much more buzz did it get? How much more excited? I mean, obviously, Prime, Amazon really believes in it. Why else would they put it out 2 days early? You know what I mean? If they wanted to go ahead.
To make money.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Right now. there's the legendary Brian. Oh yeah. One of the best things of what does that say? Salute my shorts. I love that show. But Dan Midnight, fucking the legend himself, he says it. If Fallout turns into Ring of Power, I'll be disappointed.
Oh yeah,
that's a really good example of what they. Did anyone ever see I know I showed you, but the TikTok of where they did Days of Our Lives, the intro, and they did the Ring of Power.
I think
and
we
it's
were talking about
exactly the fucking same thing. Do you know what Days of Our Lives
seriously?
is?
Yeah, I know what it is.
Do you know what it is?
Nope.
Damn.
These are young bucks here, man.
Yeah.
You're the same age.
Hey, hold on.
I meant young fucks.
Who was the one last week that knew what Hot Shots was?
What are you talking about?
You.
Oh yeah, you.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like age-wise. You're saying they're young bucks.
I
You're a
found
mature man.
I found this for you, by the way.
Oh, cool.
Oh, is that a bird in the office?
Yeah, I'm gonna be like Tony Hawk, sit on it and do a 900. But Rings of Power, I truly believe, was something where you're giving a property to somebody that doesn't care about the source material, like X-Men 97. Really good example.
Oh my god.
I did not give two shits about the X-Men as a kid. Because I was a Doom Patrol kid.
Right.
And so Doom Patrol is the OG. You can laugh all you fucking want, fat boy, but it was
Who you call Fat Boy, Tubbs?
yeah, exactly. I know I'm fat. That's why I can say it. It's the hard R of our world. But the
widowy.
I didn't care about the good show. I just watched the fucking absolute dog shit one.
No, but the
Oh, you put it in like the middle of the stack.
oh, perfect.
Of that one right there. Yeah.
Anyways, but the thing about it was, it's not that I didn't care about it because it wasn't good, but I was like, Batman was on my radar and Spider-Man was on my radar. I mean, we were very lucky to have a lot of really good shows at that time.
Well, I was gonna say that because of the popularity now of X-Men 97 and how well it's doing, they're actually considering picking up where the Spider-Man series was doing on, and dude, I don't know. I mean, I'd be cool with that because you know how they've been handling it. I don't know if you guys have seen the newest episode. Highly recommend it.
The one that dropped
just this morning. Yeah.
I haven't
Oh
seen
my
it.
god.
When
dude.
does it drop?
It drops at midnight. It's
No,
on
but
Wednesdays.
day.
Wednesdays. Yeah, Wednesdays
See,
at midnight.
Like the new, has anyone seen the new Invincible series?
Oh, I just finished season 2. Oh my.
Nobody is. Dude, Invincible, like The Boys, is honestly the way to go if you're going to continue to make, like, I feel Fallout is the only logical thing they could have done to bring people into Magic, where you're like, well, I love Fallout. Why not?
Yeah.
And it makes it interesting even for the haters of, of Hasbro. 100%. It really bumped up. I have not seen sales go that quick for that thing in a long time. Where, excuse me, I feel that like The Boys is making comics. Boys and Invincible is making comic properties interesting, but I feel like Fallout in general, the show, what lacked in Ring of Power was actual interest in that thing. So this one, I feel like they're gonna do well because, let's be honest, what was the first thing? Year 2000. I was there opening night. I know you were there opening night.
1999.
1999.
Yeah.
What was it?
Episode 1.
Oh no, fuck that shit. I was there for that, but X-Men.
Oh yeah.
2000.
Fuck.
What was the number one thing that they made fun of in the movie?
Oh God.
Spandex. What does he say?
Oh, he's not wearing the yellow. What? Not wearing yellow spandex.
Yeah. What am I gonna wear? Yellow spandex?
Yeah.
And even the designers are like, who the fuck's gonna want comic accurate shit that's goofy? Here we are years later, and immediately they.
Well, Cinemark just released the image for their Wolverine, and it's the cup, and it shows the actual version of him in the yellow suit, what it's going to look like with the helmet on.
Yeah.
And that
he
right
looks
there.
he looks kind of goofy, but in the best way.
Yeah, absolutely.
It looks like Wolverine. But the second you see a vault and a jumpsuit, and you're like, that's all I need. That's all I fucking need. I hope that they carry it to be one of the best series, because they said that because of The Last of Us, since it did so well, it greenlit this. I do think The Last of Us was done extremely well.
Yeah.
But how do I say this? It makes me want to play the game again. Cyberpunk did that shit. Cyberpunk when the anime came out, the fucking Sandy episode where the guy does the hammer and it's a 2-minute montage and then it rebacks and it's the 30-second boom. It went up so much that the DLC, the patches, it revitalized. I feel like this is going to do that for Fallout.
I was gonna say, because like with Cyberpunk, a lot of people were hating on it because of a lot of the bugs, and then when the anime came out, everyone was all over that like white on rice. Let me tell you, like they were just loving it. A lot of people got back into the game and things like that. And I feel with Fallout, you have no limit to who's a fan of it,
right?
Because you can get nerds, you can get jocks, you can get dads.
Oh, there you go. Hey! Nerd didn't fall in this category. Jock, no. Fucking, you're like dads.
Dilfs.
You can
further from
Dilfs. We have two dilfs. Well, technically, we have two dilfs right here. They're both fathers.
So,
target audience we want.
What you doing after this?
Not you. He's like, how about now with the 50?
Still no.
How about now?
He's like, yeah.
But I feel like that's why it did so well with Magic, because it has such a wide audience. With Transformers, you only have like a certain set of people.
Yeah.
With Warhammer, it's only, I didn't really know what Warhammer was until Magic. Like, I've heard of it left and right, it's cool stuff, right? And then you've got Lord of the Rings, that's only hitting a certain set of people. But for Fallout, it was hitting everyone. I feel like that's why it did so good with how it did,
And what it sounds like they're doing with the show is that they're coming from like different perspectives from the characters. So you have the guy in the power armor that's part of the Brotherhood of Steel. So you're going to see the storyline from his perspective. And then you have Lucy, the girl from the vault. You're going to have her perspective. And then you have the ghoul and what his story is, which
Sam Hoggins, man.
Walter Goggins is his name, right?
Walter
Goggins. Yeah. He
Ghouls
did
aren't
that
people.
trailer. Did you see that trailer that where he's talking about being the vault seller? Well, apparently that's his character before the war. So I was like, oh shit. So
What were you gonna say, Brian?
I don't know if you even care about the IGN or GameSpot, but IGN says they gave it a 9 out of 10 for Fallout.
really, yeah.
Wow.
But GameSpot gave it a 7 out of 10.
But so
It's more
here's
realistic, maybe.
this
but
is my
GameStop?
question. GameSpot.
Oh, I was gonna say GameStop. I
GameSpot.
wouldn't doubt that they'd give it a 7 because they only want to give you like $2 for a game that you bought for 60. So that sounds about
I
right.
went
Yeah.
back in with
Yeah.
so many games. So I went on a church mission, and before that, I went in with so many games. I was like,
Nerd.
I spent so much money on this. Okay, let me like get my money back, please.
That
Right? And they're
explains
like,
a lot.
$12.
Give me $12.
Listen here.
Exactly.
Listen here.
12
So-
bucks in a reach.
Okay,
around.
what am I supposed to do with $12? You get sloppy top? No, thank you.
You can put it towards credit of a new video game.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they always try to get
What
you
were you
to
gonna
do.
say, Sam?
I have my thing with the whole Fallout series, right? Do you guys think that if this Fallout series is done well,
Mhm.
it will push up the next Fallout release date?
Nope, I don't think so. Actually, no.
Do you think we're gonna
There's-
see?
They'll put their focus on it, yeah.
Nothing on God's
And-
green earth that
but-
can push up a Bethesda.
I mean,
release date.
I mean, you're not wrong, but here's the thing, though.
I've sacrificed many goats to the sun to get the Elder Scrolls game. It's not working.
I mean, you're right, but you have to think though too. At the same time, the fans. Now, granted, fans really can't do much for Lord and Savior Todd Howard, right? But they're gonna want they're gonna want something,
Right.
you know, whether it be like a re-release.
Well, they have
The remaster.
Fallout
Remaster.
London.
Yes, the
Fallout
remaster.
London is their new thing that's supposed to come out right around the time that the TV show is going to be released, and it's only available on PC as far as I know.
But
and
now, is that because I saw that? I thought it
I
was
guess
a
it's
mod.
a download. It's a download or a mod to Fallout 4.
They're gonna be sitting there.
'Cause it's
Bruv,
not- I can't even play it because I don't have a PS5 or a PC. So,
So here's the thing, though.
but
Like,
I just might.
talking about mods, because their modders have been going crazy for a while. Like, there's one that came out. It's like there's a New Mexico, there's an Arizona,
There's a Florida one.
there's
too,
a
or like
Florida
West Beach, yeah.
one.
That
One
must
of
be crazy.
like one of the ones I run on mine because I have a PC. One of the runs I run is Tale of Two Wastelands.
Shit, I don't think
so
I've seen that one.
For people who don't know what that one is, it's really cool because you go to, so they say it connects 3 and 4. So
Okay.
what people say the best way to play to start off in 3, you can go to any train station, use pre-war money, and it sends you to New Vegas. In the same game file,
Holy
same file,
shit.
everything. So you keep everything. So the whole way that people like design, the guys who designed it say if you want to get the story point the way we meant to is you start from 3, you beat the game, and then you go into 4 or New Vegas because you start from a kid, you go all the way up, you get shot in the head, XYZ. Like that is your story as the courier.
Fuck.
So that makes me wonder: are we gonna see more mods come out? Is Bethesda actually gonna do something?
Yeah, they'll probably let some of the modders because they're gonna want to make money somehow. I mean, how much money can they make off the TV show? Go ahead.
Well, Rivers said it perfectly. They like Hasbro timed this out perfectly.
Oh yeah.
Like the whole hype behind it is like I look at it from a tattooer's point of view and I look at it from a marketer's point of view. I'm doing a Fallout tattoo on you anyway.
Yeah.
Like we've been talking about this for years, but I mean, ride the wave, baby.
Yep.
But
You can't work in a tattoo shop and not get tattooed.
I mean, that's not true. I definitely won't fucking do it towards Butch. Fucking Butch does not get tattooed.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. He wants a kraken coming out of his ass. But, but no, the thing is like from like in the tattoo in the art world, anytime something drops, Invincible, fucking now Fallout or whatever, you'll look at a feed and it's nothing but that art.
Yeah.
And it's always a screen capture of someone like this. It's very stiff. Usually like on places like Brushes of Doom. But like the thing is that
Nice
people
blood.
ride that wave because there's such an influx of normies, right? And I use the quotations like that because that's who people appease to. They know that they can generate $7 billion from people who know nothing, or they can generate $100 million for people who know everything.
Yeah.
What are you going to go for?
Right.
And it doesn't matter if it flops. It matters that the $100 million are guaranteed.
Right.
The $7 billion is if you do it right. And so, the next 3 weeks are going to be nothing but Fallout hypes. Modders, this is their chance to really bump up their portfolios. Artists, it's their chance. But I think Bethesda in general, no matter how many fucking goats we sacrifice, I feel like if they did like, this is to chat and this is to people here in the room, but like what TV show do you think could they make if you had the right format? If you were to give Netflix Doom, it would not work. If you gave
Right.
Amazon Doom, The Boys, it would absolutely work.
Yeah.
If you gave them Dead Space, absolutely
Yeah,
would work. If you
100%.
A24 would do a great Dead Space.
Oh,
They
God.
did oh my god, fucking one of my favorite movies. Now I know what it feels like to not know my favorite thing. Karma. Yeah, exactly. I'm all caramel. But oh my god, the one that I fucking suggested to Butch.
You mean Magic Order?
Yes, perfect. That's exactly what I was gonna say. You're all gonna bow and feel fucking stupid when it comes out.
I'm gonna have the
IGN
first
gave it a 10 out of 10.
9.8.
You're all gonna it's just like the Umbrella Academy. You're all gonna fucking weep and bow to the greatness until season 3. No, like some of the stuff that they're making, I feel like they have to go that route because they knew for a fact they own a part of the property, and they're working with people that get to see this years in advance. They got the right people, the right stuff. What is it? What's his name again?
Who?
Goggins?
Walter Goggins.
Walter. The past. What the fuck you guys doing to my table?
I'm adding wood to it. Don't worry.
No, but like, he was in the Righteous Gemstones.
Right.
Fucking killed it. He's Cecil in Invincible.
Shit, that's right.
Yeah, he's their Nick Fury. He's killing it in everything right now, and he's a great fucking actor. This is just another thing where he's like Alan Tudyk in Resident Alien.
Resident Alien.
Anything that dude touches, it fucking works. What can they do besides breathe life into Fallout? Whether it be a new game, new DLCs, whatever it is. My question to you is, what do you think they're going to try to do next? The Last of Us hit very well. This, I believe, is going to hit very well. What is the next property they go after?
I see this could possibly potentially turn into like what The Walking Dead did for Universal. The Walking Dead did for Universal Studios. Because when The Walking Dead was really popular and Halloween came around, they started doing those zombie experiences.
Yeah,
that's something I could see them doing for the Vault life. You know what I mean? Like that could be because they already did it. There was
giving you the interactive experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of living in the
And because they did it for the TV show when they were showing it to like select people that following them, they had them go out. They built a whole like Bartertown series city for them. They even had Nuka-Cola caps to use and to buy things. But they were getting stuff. They were getting swag and all kinds of other cool shit that they could only get. You could only get if you went to that event. So like doing something like that, that's where they could make some money off. And I mean, obviously, once the success of the show starts to really hit, who knows if we're going to see some more action figures? Because I know that they had some, and to try to find them now, they're virtually nil to impossible and super expensive. Just think of how much more those guys are going to go up, plus all the new stuff that's going to come out, because these characters are now canon characters. If you think about it, they're being inserted into the whole Fallout series and lore, and they haven't really said where it falls into place, but there's already talk that there's certain things that get referenced in the show that if you're a true player and you've played all of the games or any of the games, you're gonna recognize those call outs. So I can't wait.
So do you think they're going to take more influence from 3 New Vegas, 4, and 76? Or do you think they're going to throw in some 1 and 2 in there as well?
I think they're going to use a lot of 1 and 2 because it's supposedly in California in that kind of area.
Sucks to suck.
And then I know that there was something that I remember reading that they're going to reference something about New Vegas.
Okay.
And so that's another thing that was like a throw out. I was like, okay, I wonder how they're trying to really connect all of these games into this, and where does this world really fall into? And so I just can't wait to watch it. It's the first thing I'm doing when I get home.
I was gonna say they're coming out with a movie based on a video game. Borderlands. Yeah.
Oh, is that actually official now?
No, we don't talk about that one.
No, sir.
Nope.
All right, let's talk about it. I know the guy who owns the pod. But Borderlands is a perfect example. That is what, like, the crazy part about Borderlands is that it is such a beautiful game, and the fucking the dialogue, like the biggest they got, in my opinion, was Tiny Tina's. What was it?
Tiny Tina's Wonderland?
Wonderland.
Love Tiny Tina's.
When they got the voice actors, they really went out Will Arnett, fucking Andy Samberg, to be the Dungeons and Dragons version.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite jokes in that entire fucking goddamn game is where he goes, Queen Butt Stuff, or Princess Butt Stuff. Butt Stallion. She's doing her thing. Da 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 da. She gets killed, and it's Will Arnett as the main bad guy. And he goes, "Oh, I killed your main character's favorite person. you know, this is pretty dark and probably traumatizing. You probably don't want to be watching this. Is this even really a game for kids? And you hear a guy in the back, keep going. Yeah. If you look, because I had my headphones in and I could hear it. And so I looked it up and I go, do they leave outtakes? And yeah, they put outtakes in the game.
Yeah.
There is such a good, rich thing of it. And you're one of the biggest like Borderlands players next to fucking Cesar.
Yeah.
When you saw that trailer, what was your fucking reaction?
I was so mad, bro. Everything about it. There's so much they did wrong, from the casting of Tiny Tina. Kevin Hart is playing the worst. Kevin Hart should be fucking Claptrap one. He should not be playing he's playing.
When I first saw that he was part of that, I was like, oh, he's playing Claptrap. There's no question about it. Nah.
Jack Black as Claptrap, that's what I was willing to accept until I started seeing the rest of the cast. I was like, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
The lady who plays Lilith is too old. Just
she's like,
Kate Blanchett.
she's like super old, and you're like, no, Lilith is like
hot and young.
Yeah, that direction, sure.
Yeah.
No shade to all the MILFs out there.
Class and taste.
No shade to all those
Face
MILFs out
paint.
there.
They're gonna
if you're still looking for love, hit me up.
I mean, if you haven't played Borderlands 1, spoilers, but they're gonna kill off Kevin Hart at the end, and the statues, they're all gonna be taller than the fucking statue.
Yeah.
So,
That's two. That's Borderlands 2.
there's literally, like I showed you, there's a girl on TikTok who could have been Tiny Tina.
Yeah, you sent that to me, and the girl, they're like, oh, you sound just like her, and her voice is perfect. Like, she has to be manic. You need a character to be manic. I think what defines, especially from from like playing both games, the difference with Tiny Tina is, let's get a young, attractive girl, and I put quotes because they're being ambiguous with attractive. They're being young, she has big eyes, and she seems young here, right? Like, she seems young in the head. So she's crazy. Isn't that crazy? That's like the fucking almond mom white bitch who comes to the fucking soccer game and goes, Capri Suns aren't for my kids. It's all about lemon juice and cucumber water. Who the fuck are you? You know what I mean? Like,
Somebody chucks a Sunny D head.
Yeah. I'm sorry. White manna, bitch. But from that perspective, I think that's where it's hard, because it's like anybody that says the word shit, that's crazy. Like, that's a really watered down version. And the Tiny Tina has to be like all over the place. So they went for the emulation of it.
Yeah.
Fallout goes the other way. Fallout goes ahead and gets a Vault Dweller, and in that trailer where she's like, I need you to not bully these people, or I'm going to have to make a citizen's arrest. And then she's like, fucking Vault Dwellers. It's Blast from the Past.
Yeah.
With fucking
100%.
With Christopher Walken and
Brendan Fraser.
And
Sissy
Where he goes,
Spacek.
oh my god, a colored person being a man. And like, so progressive. Let me see your hand. And he goes, it's so good for you guys, like, because he's genuinely good natured.
Right.
And the woman gives him that '90s black person look, where she's like, you motherfucking white man. You know what I mean? But like, the whole premise was just like, fuck yeah, the world's okay, and we've moved on from worse times.
Right.
And everyone around him just like, what the fuck is this dude doing? It's the same fucking premise, but it works because all you need is a Vault Door to be like, what happened?
Yeah.
Radiation? God damn it, no. God damn it. Yeah, that's all you fucking need. Borderlands didn't get any of it. Tiny Tina, she's afraid of being alone, so she just jumps into shit until she realizes, I can blow up everything, especially my relationships. What was his name? The guy who doesn't... The crazy dude. He's
Krieg.
Yeah. Fucking, she's such a beautiful woman. You must protect her. Spill the blood from her bones and rip into the eye socket.
Salt the
Until
wounds.
he finally snaps.
Yeah, exactly. That is a great fucking thing. And then you have fucking, what's his face in the underwear? Blood feud.
Oh my god, I forget.
You know who I'm talking about, though.
Yeah.
You don't need A-list actors. You need B, C, and D actors you have no expectations for, like a Guardians, and just let them have fun.
Yeah.
I think, like, if you were going to play Gears of War, you need a Batista, because he plays that.
Oh, yeah.
He plays that, but you do need John DiMaggio, or what is that? What his name is? The fucking Bender.
Yeah, John DiMaggio.
Yeah, you need him to be an older one who is actually Phoenix's voice, to be there like, you fucking kids have it so easy. Those are great Easter eggs.
Yeah.
You know, in The Last of Us, half of the secondary characters are the voice actors.
Oh shit.
Yeah, a lot of people don't even fucking know that, and it's like, that's cool. They, like, the person cared about it so much they brought the voice actors into it. So, what game do you think would be made into the next show because of this? I do think it's going to hit. So somebody else out there with IP is going to be like, we got to do this. And do you think it'll go Borderlands, or do you think it'll go Fallout and Last of Us?
Well, the thing with the Borderlands, I'm gonna bring that back. The reason I feel it's not gonna do well is because the game itself doesn't translate too well into a narrative. Because the whole premise is you're a grave robber. That's essentially what you're doing. You're grave robbing.
Yeah.
And every time you kill an enemy, they explode, and then bam, a new magical gun appears, which is stronger and which you're gonna take.
So I'll preface it with this: if you got the guy, if you're essentially, that's all Borderlands is, would you not just hire the dude who does all the Fast and the Furious movies to make it, and Mad Max? If you put Mad Max together and fucking Fast and the Furious, you have a Borderlands movie.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? What are you doing? Blood feud. And it's just, like, I would love to see a fucking Borderlands movie done in a Mad Max style with the Fast and Furious director, and then having Vin Diesel be one of the bad guys and be like, it's all about family. Boom! Fucking taken out by a Jacobs or something. Or what's his name? The one who blows up everything? The gun maker, they're all explosive guns.
My
Torg.
Yeah.
He's fuck.
He's just Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh yeah. So what would be those properties? Who's first?
I was thinking of westerns. So for a video game, I remember playing Gun, and what's the other one? Red Dead Revolver.
Red Dead Redemption?
Or Red Dead Redemption. There you go.
Well,
Yeah.
Red Dead Revolver came before Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, because Red Dead Redemption got
like,
more popularity.
But
from
those
it,
games,
yeah.
I could see them doing stuff like that. That's the only other game that, because again,
If that Borderlands movie sinks, I don't see them touching it after that.
Yeah.
No, they're not gonna
Borderlands
touch
or
it.
like some? Yeah. Are you asking like something
No.
similar to that
What I'm
concept, or-
asking is, right now, we know for a fucking fact, that the people who are making the reason the boys, and then what was it, the college one? It's the
Gen V.
Gen V.
Yeah. Was
I don't
good.
care what anyone fucking says about that fucking show. It is great.
Yeah, I loved
Unfortunately,
it.
the fucking main character died.
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Fucking on a
Motorcycle
motorcycle
accident.
dude.
What a jerk.
Yeah, what a fucking prick.
Man, what a
Fucking died like a dog in fucking magic.
He's sitting there. April Fools.
Yeah. But the Gen V was a great spinoff because it's just as aggressive.
Yeah.
The question I'm asking is, I believe because it's on a good path, they're going to keep making good things. The boys did so well, they went straight to Invincible. So in that capacity, because The Last of Us did so well, Fallout, I believe, will do just as good. What property are they going to pick up video game wise to make into a show? And do you think they'll make it Borderlands, where it's just not done
Cash grab.
Cash grab, thank you. Or will it go the way of Fallout and
Last of Us.
Last of Us, thank you, where they took their time?
So one game series that I don't know necessarily they're gonna pick up. Fuck off.
Oh my God.
Keep going.
So one game series. That's like him every
As
other
the
day.
darkest man in the room, I feel that was racially motivated.
I feel like Rodrigo's got you beat by a quarter mile, bro.
Yeah.
At a time.
Oh yeah, no, he's way darker.
No, that's just my tattoo.
Hey, you want to tattoo me too?
So one thing I think could be done really well if they would do it. I don't know if necessarily if they will do it, but the BioShock.
Yeah.
BioShock 1 and 2
A24
would be
Yes.
fantastic
Yeah.
movies.
A24 would clean that
Yes.
so good.
Here's the thing, though. It needs to be a game that's still relevant. Do you think BioShock is still relevant?
I think it still has enough of it. There are enough people
Yes.
who know what BioShock is. When I say BioShock, when was BioShock Infinite came out? What, 2012?
Yeah, around
13,
there.
Like right around there, right?
Yeah.
When I said BioShock, everybody at this table knew exactly what I was talking about.
2007.
I was gonna say if you
But
could
this
drop
is-
if you could drop like an announcement on your phone that says new BioShock in the making or new said game in the making, if you still go, oh shit, that would be pretty bad.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like
yeah,
BioShock would be one of those things that even if it was a new game drop, I'd be like, I'm playing it.
See,
It is just that
that's
done.
what happened to me with the Callisto Protocol because
Okay.
I knew that, oh my god, it's from the same guys who did Dead Space. I bought that and I remember like I finished the game and I told Sanzu, I was like, not since 76 do I feel fuck this hard. It was such a bad game.
What happened to 76?
Well,
You played it, Isaiah?
yeah, it's just like they got a great actor, but they focused too much on like, well, we made a great fucking trilogy.
They're like trying to recapture like the flame, like
I think more of like, I've done great things, you'll buy this. And that's the hard part, right? That's the cash grab thing.
It's like
But-
a Far Cry 3.
Yeah.
Far Cry 3 was insane and did
Yeah.
so well. And then they're like, but remember Far Cry 3?
Yes.
7 Far Cries later.
Oh my god. But I mean, like for BioShock, I've been trying to do a BioShock fucking huge piece for years. I got that Big Daddy right up there. And I fucking
Why you look at me
yeah.
for that? Damn.
I was right there. Don't look at me in the eye when I fuck you.
He pointed directly at Maui, just so
Yeah,
I can say.
exactly. After he's done, he's like, "You're welcome." You're welcome. But I still to this day, that is something that I still hear a lot from people is BioShock.
Yeah.
I do think it's relevant in the sense of if you made it, it's like no fucking way. Fallout, I don't even think is that popular to the general consensus of people until you saw it and you're like, no fucking way. Nobody knew who the fucking Invincible was. Nobody knew who the boys
No.
were. After the first season, there's a bunch of people like, and you could tell them like, we get this a lot as comic guys.
Yep.
But when they're like, yeah, man, you know, in that one book, and then when this happened in the second book, and so forth, them all, this sounds a lot like fucking variant comics. Like, you're just hitting the same notes every YouTuber does.
Yeah.
You know, like, what do you think about the rape fucking issue? Oh, that was pretty bad. I mean, but he saves that kid. I mean, but that was cool. He never saved a kid. You fucking phony! Yeah, but I mean, like that being said, I feel yeah, Molestar. You guys know what that is? There was a guy who made a comic very long ago in a fucking land far, far away, and he called his his comic Mole Star. But when you put it together with no hyphen, it says molester. And the guy was like very adamant, fuck you, no. This is Mole Star. And he's like, oh, we're saving these kids, Mole Star. Come with me to the Mole Star ship. To this day, people still argue if it was
To this day, it's a white van.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. A white man up.
Always just a
Yeah,
man
white
in
man
a
up.
big white van.
But I feel like, yeah, if they were to make BioShock, that's there. If A24 had it, absolutely.
Yeah.
But again, you'd have to get people out of the woodworks. So you're saying Red Dead Redemption?
Yeah, I'd probably say some of those Western.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're saying BioShock?
One of my favorite game franchises.
Nobody asked.
The host did.
Oh yeah.
Shut up! Shut up!
Eat my ass, Sam. Eat it right
Small
now.
soldiers. The Argonauts.
Sponsored by Cheerios.
Destiny. Destiny's got so much to work with.
Yeah.
So much to work with.
But here's the only problem with Destiny. The movie itself is pay to watch.
Oh.
Every episode.
Oh, I would cry. No, that's why I
movie
think
purchases.
I was gonna say, that's why I think it'd be such good for series because they have so many DLCs where you can cover each of those in a series. If you try and cover it all in one movie, you're gonna rush the entire thing and fuck it up. Okay.
True.
Now, anyone hear about the release of Destiny 3? Or just like a teaser?
Dude, no, don't even start on Destiny. I fucking stopped playing Destiny 2 because that's just an abusive relationship. Bro.
100%.
No, I'm not gonna say that I stopped playing. I did stop playing Destiny 2. But like, God,
Fake fan.
damn,
Fake fan.
Hey!
Boo this man. Brian, why do you keep looking at me every time that happens?
Your poor father.
Father, I'm sorry.
That day I'm like, oh shit, what did I say? I gotta think of something real quick. I'm like, oh Chris, boom!
I gotta think of something. Your dead father.
Fucking, there's another one that I'd love to see. I would love to see Titanfall.
That would be a
Yeah,
good one. Yeah,
I
with
would see
Max.
that.
But see,
Absolutely.
the only thing is my only problem with doing a Titanfall thing. It doesn't. It's a game that was good when it was there, but when it was gone, nobody cared.
Yeah.
Nobody cared.
That would disappoint people because you're saying how like, oh, people watch the Fallout show, they'll go back to Fallout 4. People watch Titanfall movie or show, they'll go back to Titanfall 2. Oh, this game. Oh, the potential. I saddens me.
They'll
I
bring
don't
the
wanna play
servers
this no
back.
more. I don't want to.
They will bring the servers back. I swear to God.
When you have games from 25 years ago that still have the servers up and Titanfall 2 doesn't, I should tell you something.
Yeah.
Shut up.
That explains a lot because I went through my thing. I always thought I had it on Xbox, so I was going through my game library the other day on my PS5, and I was like, "Oh shit, I played Titanfall on this thing," and it wouldn't let me download it. And I was like, "What the fuck?" Oh, because I can't. I guess I didn't buy the PS5 version. That makes more sense. Rodrigo, what do you think?
You know, I think we need another good zombie show. So, how about Dead Rising?
Didn't they just come out with the new one, the LA?
No.
Or
Oh, they did. Dead Island 2 came out last year.
Yeah.
That's completely
no,
different.
I just saw something drop today. Continue. I'm sorry. I'll look.
But yeah, I think Dead Rising would be good because like with the games, like they're not too serious, but they do have some serious points in
Yeah.
them, and then especially you know, people would want to see all the weapon combinations, like you got the fucking Gatling gun that just shoots fireworks, or the iconic paddle saw, 2 chainsaws strapped on a paddle, like that's cool. Like you could see that.
fucking
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
That would be sick, actually. That'd be really cool.
I feel like you could do that with the Division. If you because the Division
Yeah.
was always like about a virus and everything.
Yeah.
But I feel like you could do that with zombies. If you were going to do Dead Rising, you would need to get you would have to have somebody that could make it into Evil Dead. You would have to have a very like what's his fucking face?
Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell. You'd have to have like a Bubba Hotep Bruce
Oh,
Campbell.
yeah.
Where like when you're running through the mall, right? And you're running through different things and you're trying to kill people and shit. And you're just like the entire time there are a bunch of dumbass one-liners. I would love to see a what was the one where the guy was in Oregon on the motorcycle?
Was it not
Days
Days
Gone?
Days
Gone?
Gone.
That's what it
I
was.
would
Yeah,
love
yeah.
to see
yeah.
Days
Days
Gone
Gone.
made, but by Zack Snyder at the time when he made Dawn of the Dead remake.
Oh,
That would be a great one.
okay.
Just seeing them
Okay.
fucking rushing you, and then the pregnant baby, and you're like, why is there a pregnant baby in this? There's a pregnant baby in all of them.
Oh god.
What about you, Brian?
Oh yeah. I mean,
I haven't played this game in a while, but we used to play. You only played with me like 2 times actually. I
Tell
mean,
me
even bringing news in
six.
this one was Warhammer 40k Dark Tide. I
Oh,
thought that might be the
Dark
nerd.
nerd.
Either that or Mass Effect movie. Maybe a Mass Effect movie
Okay.
might work.
The Mass Effect trilogy is a movie. You
pretty-
watch
yeah.
more than you play. The fuck?
Oh, and one more is Fear, the horror
Oh,
games. Fear.
that would be
That'd
good.
Yeah.
Damn.
That would be good. Imagine that in 3D.
Oh no!
That's what I'm saying.
Whoa, what's going on?
That's what I'm saying. That would be sick.
That would be actually pretty good.
sick.
Now that you bring that up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going back to what you were saying, like the Division 2 would be so good because it was basically like, oh, this pandemic swept the earth, right? Remember when COVID happened? You know, it'd be like, oh, this could have potentially happened.
Mhm.
Pandemic swept the earth, and now you've got people just like surviving. right? And
Yeah.
That's just real life.
Yeah,
Well,
it
I mean,
is.
like if you did a mixture between that and like a Sentence of Anarchy, you
Oh.
would have you could tailor it to that, and it would be much better. But what do you think?
A shower with your dad simulator.
Well, you're gonna have to find his ashes. It's more of a mud bath for you.
I was gonna say, you see his hair, use that John as conditioner.
No, I'm telling you this. Like I told you this last time. Last time I was on the pod, I played through Mortal
Your
Kombat.
dad's- Mortal Kombat.
And it was more of a movie than the
Yeah.
main story is more of a movie. I mean, it felt like that. I mean, something cool like that. I would want to see like a like a Marvel versus Capcom kind of
Oh, that would be fire.
something just fun. I mean,
I know which one that they should do.
Hmm.
It's the one that everybody's playing right now. Helldivers 2.
Oh,
Why did we not think of that? Like,
Well, because they already made it. It's fucking Starship Troopers.
true.
Yeah.
The thing is I feel like you could remake Helldivers if you gave Starship Troopers like the original thing together, because like now there's all this new lore, but like for Helldivers, I think really what you would have to do is you would have to have the Fallout team take it.
Oh yeah.
The idea of Vault Tech is what Super Earth is where it's like, don't you want to be us in Super Earth? The very like over
Right.
ostentatious stuff, and then you have people on the front lines being like, you'd have to do like a what's it called, Band of Brothers?
Yeah, I was just
where,
thinking,
where
yeah,
they're
that would be
sitting there
cool.
and it's just like Fury. Fury would be the perfect director.
yeah.
Where you're having two guys fighting automatons and half of their battalion is dead, and you're sitting there and it's like best job I've ever had. They're so fucking brainwashed that you have to figure that out. That would be a great thing. I think so.
Yeah.
Is there anything you guys want to talk about before we wrap up the night?
women's rights.
equal rights,
Go
equal
ahead.
lefts, might I
Fill us
say.
in, BD. Show us what BD Collectibles thinks about women's rights.
I have 4 daughters, bro. I'm all for it. Don't worry about that.
All right, cool.
There you go.
Short and brief.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm a strong. So a lot of people are like, "Yo, women should stay in the kitchen," but I'm a strong believer that they should get to the rest of the house. Okay, how else is it gonna be?
That makes sense, actually. Who would have thought that one?
How is it gonna stay
I
clean?
say it's about to get canceled.
Bye, everyone.
It's a good thing he works at Walmart.
Yes.
The one in
The one on
Salinas.
North
Yes.
Davis.
Yeah. Is there anything else you guys want to bring up?
Disney's cool.
Yeah, I guess.
That's all I got.
So with going back to Borderlands, I feel that like, cause like the voice actor who does Tiny Tina,
Yeah.
like she used to do YouTube videos before with her brother, and
Right.
they were the ones who wrote the brother was the one who wrote basically almost like the entire plot line of Borderlands 2,
Right.
which made it good. So I honestly see like if they brought back him, would have been stand out. Like you could have almost emulated it, but done something different.
You're
Yeah.
not gonna see Rodrigo anymore after this because after the pod's over, you just go boom.
Jesus Christ.
No, the hard thing for major studios is they feel like so I give everybody here $100. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just buy
I'll
that
give- I'll
Lord of
give-
the Rings set booster pack.
Perfect.
You will.
Split it with you.
But if I give you $100, right, and I ask you to buy one comic book I'm asking you to buy one comic book from the 80s, 87 to 92. Look at his eyebrows. And I need you to make me $300.
Ooh.
I'll let you keep the 100, but I need 200 back. And then I ask I need you both to buy me. I'm going to give you $100, and I need you to buy a specific card from March of the Machines. All right. And I need you to make that card make me $200. The premise of this is the studios go into people who have no idea what the other
Right,
one does
right.
and says, cool, I'm going to give you $100 million to do this, and I need $1 billion back. So I need 1,000 more of what I'm giving you. Okay? You can do that. Get the top names, get the top stuff, do all the shit, and it's an easy fucking grab. The hard part with that is that how the fuck are you going to make... First and foremost, What books do you think they're going to come across in an 87 to 92, 93 lot? Exo Man of War.
They're gonna come across a lot of. They're gonna look. I bought the whole run.
Somebody gave me fucking. Someone gave me Star fucking. Star
Elf Quest.
Elf Quest. Oh, Amethyst, Princess of Eternia. Yay! Fucking goddamn it. See, they know nothing about that.
I was gonna say,
The
I got-
fucking
I
boxes
got
we've
nothing.
come
They gave me
across.
16 copies of Uncanny X-Men 300.
Yeah, god damn it. Don't you want a fucking Amazing Spider-Man 365?
Oh my.
But like the idea is like when you have that, the assumption is, what do you think they would fuck up? As far as if I gave them that money and to go there. Like honestly, what would you think they would fuck up as comic guys?
Uh,
I don't know, man. Comic guys are sleazebags, bro.
No. Like what is the mistake they would make purchasing?
Probably buying a lot of books. Like a run, like a full run of something.
Cool.
yeah, same thing.
Me,
Yeah.
shiny covers. Because
I just said X-Men 300.
yeah, well, that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
That was the McFarlane era where everything really shot up super heavy with the idea that it was rare. That's where holofoils became a standard. Now, asking you boys, knowing March of the Machines, what do you think they would make as a mistake? Excuse me, what do you think they would make as a mistake buying from that set, assuming they would pull a banger?
So,
Buying
in-
March of the Machines.
Case closed. We're done.
that's it.
But like from a card guy's point of view.
They're gonna buy
So-
like 20 packs. Like, why am I getting so many duplicates? Like, I don't know. There's only 5 cards in each pack.
So, what I've seen with a lot of beginner Magic players is it's a lot of people like, this card looks so cool.
Yeah.
This card is such a big creature. In all reality, doesn't do shit.
Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah,
Blue Eyes White Dragon.
exactly.
Pretty
But
much.
like that's what I think would be the biggest thing for someone like not knowing anything about it is like, this card looks cool as shit. Like, this has got to be worth money. They look it up, it's only like 10 cents.
yeah.
You know, you got to look for the cards like that one you bought. You know, it looked old. He's into old retro cards, you know. Priced it out.
Especially Magic stuff. But yeah.
95.93.
He priced it out and it was like 30 something.
Yeah, it was
You
like
go-
30.94.
You go into Murders of Karlov Manor. That set was ass.
Yep.
Straight ass. Okay, you
Yep.
find a card like, oh my gosh, that's so cool, it's so overpowered. Comes out to be less than $1. You know.
Damn.
Yep.
What do you think would be the biggest mistake investment wise?
Probably going for collector boosters, because sometimes, yeah, there is money there, but a good example is the March of the Machines, especially the Aftermath, because that.
Yeah.
What was March of the Machines for those who don't know in chat?
You guys want to explain?
I'll let you take that one, Rodrigo.
No, go back to you.
That's how
This match?
Yeah, that's how
So like with March of the
No,
Machines.
well, your name is not Rodrigo. Shut the fuck up.
Eat my ass, Rodrigo. You gonna eat my ass too? Huh?
We'll double team it, Rodrigo. Don't worry.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my god!
As Brian would say, what the hell?
Brian's gonna be our cameraman. Don't worry.
Oh, like Zoink Scoob.
Yeah.
What the
What is
hell
March of
wrong
the
with you?
Machines?
Go ahead.
Oh, it's just the set. That's all I know.
but so people were asking in the chat earlier, why do you guys keep saying, oh, there's dragons, there's dinosaurs, there's thematic stuff too?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
So can you explain what are some of the, like, Magic has 5 colors?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, they have 5 colors, and then every month they go like, "Hey, you like fucking vampires? This month is vampires.
Yeah.
This month is fucking dragons. This is,"
So-
and they rotate. But then they started getting into themes.
With March of the Machines, it was the idea. So this is right after New Phyrexia dropped. So with New
Oh, that's
Phyrexia,
right.
they were like, we're gonna invade all the other planes. So with March of the Machines, you had those team up cards like
The Soulbound and all that.
Yeah, you know, you had shoot, I'm trying to think of like an example, but you had a whole bunch of team up cards. Yargle Miltani, that's a good one. Team up cards where you have 2 commanders from totally different sets. Team up in one card to make one busted thing. right? And then you had the other cards are invading their planes, right? So it's like a huge crossover event that happened for Magic, and it had nothing but heavy hitters. You know, like Sirach and Goreclaw. That card went for like $30 right out the gate.
Yep.
And then there's like other sets, and it dropped in price, and it was super sad. But you had those team up cards that everyone was looking for because it's their favorite commanders. It's their favorite cards that are coming together to fight. Who was it? The Phyrexians, I think it was.
Yeah.
The Phyrexians that are
Phyrexians.
crossing the plains, and then you had those battle cards. The battle cards were super cool because with each battle, you give it to another player to defend. If they don't defend that, you get something that's pretty crazy back, you know?
So, before you go any further, the point that I'm making here is like we could talk forever about what we're into, but you can't assume anybody. See how you're zoning out with the fucking Magic shit and how you guys have no idea what the comic shit is? Studios look at that and they tell themselves, who the fuck's gonna watch this if they have to play these games? Because to them, what is their job? To make money, not to fucking play games. In Grandma's Boy, the number one guy who was in charge of everything, the big badass, was to make games, not play them.
Right.
The guy who was actually really good played games and happened to make them. And so that's where you get this kind of misconstruedness of if you put people in charge of this thing, how can I trust you to make the best comic book property if you don't read comics? And how do I trust you to make the best card property if you don't play cards?
Yeah.
So anybody that is moving forward in any of these properties has to absolutely understand that you don't need 100 million. Look at the team that made Godzilla.
Oh yeah,
The -1, and then when they won that thing, what is your favorite thing? Fucking Blade Runner, fucking Back to the Future. They named all the, like Jurassic Park, they named all the top movies, and all these TikTok, what are they called? When they respond to it, they stitch it, and they're like, I don't know who these people are, but I can tell you right now, if I was in a bar, I'd buy them a beer. These are homies I would absolutely hang out with because they were nerds who made a nerdy thing.
Right.
And I feel like the sad part about it is Borderlands, how much do you really have to play to actually get the fucking premise of it? But you break it down perfectly. They're grave robbers in a Mad Max world. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Just build off that and put the right director who understands it. Why did Guardians of the Galaxy work? Because they had a guy who knew how to do really funny shit, but also make you feel sad about it.
Yeah.
Perfect. You get the hot, you get the cold. I love Taika Waititi, but when his hands are off things, but he has like oversight, it works better. What We Do in the Shadows, the TV show is fucking amazing, but he's not in control of it.
Right.
He's just there to like, yeah, my characters kind of do this.
Yeah.
So, all right. That is the fucking pod for this week. We're going to go back to our normal pods next week since we have all the other guests coming this month. But we will bring you boys back.
Absolutely.
We're actually thinking about doing a live Magic
card game.
game while you guys
that
are
would be
playing.
dope, dude.
I
I'd love
hope
to see
y'all
you
are
guys.
ready.
Yeah, me too. With money, please.
Place your bets.
As we do on every pod, we ask you to recommend music, movie, book, TV show. What do you want to do for this
All
week?
right, I'll go this week. Definitely X-Men 97. This last episode that hit, I'm just gonna say it hurts, but it hurts in a good way, and it's the direction I am grateful to see Disney taking with this property. And if it's any indication what they're doing in this, I am even more looking forward to the potential possibility of the next Avengers movie being X-Men versus the Avengers. So this right here, that's my recommendation
That'd
for
be
to
so
watch.
sick.
I just picked up Speed Racer, the movie. I hadn't seen that movie in such a long time. I had to buy that one, and I got that and the original cartoon. I just picked up those for like $13, dude. And yeah, so I'll be watching that. And Rivers, let me borrow Shin Godzilla. I have not seen that. He says it is a phenomenal Godzilla movie, so I will be checking that out.
You fucking liar, Rivers.
But that's my recommendations for this week. Go ahead, sir.
I saw Godzilla versus King Kong.
And
Oh, okay.
That was pretty good.
all right.
My
I lied. I fell asleep halfway through the movie.
So
I woke up and there was a whole nother Godzilla and a whole nother monkey.
No, don't. All I'll say is this: is that my favorite review of it, because I haven't seen it yet. My favorite review of it was like, do you like thinking for yourself? If you do, shut the fuck up and don't watch this movie. Everyone else, just have a good time.
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
what it is. It's just it's just big fights.
Yeah,
Big monster fights.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Sans just like, why are you crying? I just keep thinking of my parents.
he's sitting there crying. Why are you crying?
Exactly.
I just keep thinking Harambe.
What's that stupid joke where it's like the ink block test? They go, dude, check out my fucking ink test. And he goes, why is it a photo of my parents fighting? Is that your
But that and if you can, I'm reading the My Hero Academia. And it's end game level stuff right now. It's so
Are
good.
you all caught up?
Oh, I'm completely. I'm refreshing every day, waiting for the next one to drop. It's so good, bro. It blows the beginning of the show out of the water.
Okay.
I feel like when this stuff starts to drop, it's gonna make My Hero so much more popular.
My thing with My Hero is like the first half of the season is always super slow.
Yeah,
It's real slow,
what-
and then they get you back with like everything heavy hitting in the second half of the season. Like, okay, I can't give up on it yet. But the first half, you're like, oh, okay, maybe I'll slow on. I'm gonna ease up.
But yeah, it's just end game level, and I think, yeah, like I said, it's gonna make My Hero so much more popular once it drops to, the anime side. Even subbed is gonna be so good.
right.
You know, I heard one of my favorite songs play. It's Banquet from Block Party.
Oh, I
And
remember when Block Party was like barely coming out, dude. Fuck, we're old.
Specifically their album Silent Alarm. And they pick the song Banquet, and that's like, oh my god, that's the instrumental. Whew, my goodness, that's the drums. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Block Party, Silent Alarm, specifically Banquet. That's one of my favorite songs. So yeah.
Where'd you go?
So for TV shows, I'm watching currently Tokyo Vice on HBO
Oh.
Max. So that's hitting pretty good right now.
Okay.
For reading, this is gonna loop back to a show. If you haven't, Solo Leveling.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately it's taken 12 episodes just to get like maybe past like the first 10-20 chapters, and it's much better if you read it, honestly.
That started as like a high dive thing, right?
What do you mean by high
So
dive?
High Dive is like this app, and they have like exclusive animes and whatnot on it.
I'm not too sure. All I know
That's
is
just for hentai.
You mean the one
No,
with the
that's
tentacles?
Hentai Haven. Come on.
That's right.
no, I do know it was announced on Crunchyroll like I don't know how many years ago, like 2-3 years ago, and we've just been waiting for it. It was all like, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be good. The manhwa is good, so I mean, might as well read it
Yeah.
to catch up so no one spoils you. And then for listening, I like to listen to a lot of stuff, a lot of music, very much.
A lot of alt.
A lot of alt, yeah. Brian's,
My nemesis.
his nemesis.
Rodrigo, we used to come over and we just listen to Spotify, and then I'm like, he plays this song. I'm like, okay. Then this one, the next one, the next one. I'm like, this is all alt rock. They all sound the same. They all. I listen to one. I listen to all.
But I'm really liking the newest album from I don't know how, but they found me. Gloomtown Brats. It's a real good album. Suggest if you haven't listened to it, pick it up. It's pretty good.
All right.
Sam, what do you got for us?
So I found a movie a couple days ago, maybe about a week or so ago. It's called Marlowe. It's got Liam Neeson.
Okay.
Putting that out there for people who don't like him. But it takes place in LA in the 1930s. For people who really know me, I love that time period, the 1930s, 1940s, the cars, the culture. I just really loved that time period. Except for, some of the actions involved in it.
You must have loved LA Noire.
Not gonna lie, I've bought like 4 copies of that game.
Oh my god.
Because like, so really random note. One of my favorite cars that I want to buy one day is a 1948 Buick Super 8. Anybody who knows cars will understand what that is. It's one of the most famous like straight 8 engines. It was a really cool piece of machinery they did. But so this one is Liam Neeson is a detective, a private investigator. He was a cop for a long time, and he gets hired to track down this really wealthy lady's lover, and like her husband knows about it, and it's kind of like they don't really care. They have enough money, they don't really care, right? It's her family's money, so she's kind of like, fuck off, I do what I want, kind of thing. And then, you know, he's a Mexican, so he does a lot of business in Tijuana and stuff like that, and so it explains his working as a private investigator, working with the cops and using his connections there, and doing some like investigative work from like a 1930s perspective when you don't have as much, you know, you can't be like, oh, this blood is from 2 days ago. It's like, is it blood or is it mud? I don't know, kind of thing, right?
What's it called?
It's called Marlowe.
Marlowe
with an E, so Marloew. It's on Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too long. It's like an hour and a half, but it's got some really heavy hitters when you actually start looking at it. And it was, it has some stuff. I find a lot of movies now are really predictable. You can kind of tell what's coming.
Yeah.
Like Black Phone was one of the best movies I've ever watched because of the unpredictability. This one has a lot of. It's a good movie.
His armor's mint.
Yeah. And the thing is when you do that, Marlowe has kind of that same vibe to it. So that's my recommendation.
All right.
He has no one.
Give us the beef.
So I'm rewatching this anime right now. It's one of my favorites. It's Mobile Suit Gundam Iron Blood Orphans.
Oh, that is a good one.
So good. Like I've built all of the Barbatos Gundams, each of them, right? And I'm sitting
You're
there,
welcome.
Hey, yeah. Sam got me one of them for my birthday.
Hey.
Tell him how long you looked for it.
4 years.
Jesus.
And then fucking Sam was like, "You've never heard of Google?"
The funny part is
a Target.
we actually found it in a random store. He's like, "This is what I've been looking for forever." It's like, "Happy birthday, motherfucker!"
Yeah, because I was looking for the master grade. All the other ones are high grades. I was looking for the master grade.
Nerd.
But I just finished season 1, and oh boy,
Yeah.
my boy Biscuit. How's he gonna put cookie and cracker through school? So that is my show recommendation. Music recommendation. My best friend Adrian put me on this. Shout out to him again. T Grizzly. Okay. One that I really like right now is We Dreamin'. It's what I listen to a lot while I'm in the gym because I'm dreaming, you know, thinking I'd get big. I'm still working on that.
He's got a long way to go.
Good luck.
But yeah, that's all I've got for now. If you haven't seen One Piece Red, go see it.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, it's super good. But that's
Okay.
what I've got.
All right, so my recommendations for the week. Let's see. I just had you right here. Fucking Cybertron Sex Scandal is the name of one of my playlists. Chancla Casanova. See Space Cowboy. Where the fuck are you? Oh, here you go. Rocky Silly. Okay, music-wise, I am going to recommend 2 people. Messer, Messer, Chups, or Chups, Chups. He does a lot of the original Munster themes, Addams Family, but he does it in a surf rockabilly style that I'm really fond of right now. And then Wanda Jackson, Fujiyama Mama, remastered. It's a 1960s, 1970s doo-wop surf punk type of vibe.
Oh, sure.
She was a Japanese artist that was raised in America and just fucking killing it. So more into the theme of if you're really feeling Fallout, those 2 will absolutely feed that. Last one would be the Delta Bombers, The Wolf. If you want to feel like a motherfucker on the prowl, that one is it. Or if you're a dog killer. Show-wise, Invincible Season 2. Get your ass on that thing.
Yep.
Be sure to go ahead and check that out. Movie-wise, I will recommend The Void. Anybody that loves H.P. Lovecraft or any kind of Lovecraftian horror, eldritch horror shit, that is a great one. Tucker and Dale versus Evil, of course, if you like some comedy horror. And as far as shows right now, or not shows, books, I would go ahead and recommend, I'm still reading it right now, is
The Magic Order.
Slewfoot by Brahm.
Oh, yeah.
It is probably one of the best books that I have been into for a long time. But honestly, you need to check that out, and The Magic Order.
But honestly, it doesn't compare to the Magic Order.
No matter fucking what. Okay, well that is it. Thank you boys for coming
thank
here.
you guys.
Fucking Beefy, fucking Sam, fucking Rodrigo, Brad, Prometheus, and Brad. As always, BD, I appreciate you, man. Be sure to catch these boys and keep up to date with all things Sacred 8. It is almost con time on the 20th, which will be in 2 weeks from now.
So not this Saturday, but next Saturday.
Next Saturday. Morgan will be here. Fucking Morgan. She'll be here from Jersey. Eddie Stacks will be here. Cheeseburger Champion. Hody Hot Dog will be here. Shout out to all of them. Vato out of time. I am the Smile Ghost, and Deathmatch 831 are taking walk-ins. My ass is busy as fuck, so leave me alone. Hard Nights and Gundam Club are every Saturday. If you want to come and play with all the boys and you want to check out who these fucking dudes are, come on down and learn from them and get to hang out.
Absolutely.
Keep up to date with all things Sacred 8 at sacred8studios.com. That doesn't exist. And so say the society. You're still alive, so they can kind of